Ascension begins. Find yourself within. Take up your blade. Let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid. Make your destiny will find you in me. Friends at your side, may the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Welcome to Check, Please. All right, so who remembers what happened last time?
It was a very long time ago.
It was a minute, yeah.
I think something happened with Mellifera. I nothing important though.
Who's
Yeah,
to tell,
it's-
really?
Yeah, something about like
Hey,
something about
all
a
I
god
know-
came back to life.
all I know is we have to go save poor Mark II.
That's true. That's true. You guys received a desperate plea for help from the creature you've dubbed as Mark II.
I mean, I'm putting the need in quotation marks. Decided?
Well, I mean, we did
Agreed
decide. We agreed that if it seemed like he was dying, we would go save him.
And then he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he started dying, so we decided to go save him.
Wait, we're saving him? I thought we were going to put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Spoilers.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what
They tend
happens.
to be very similar in our experiences anyway.
Where Marcus is concerned.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
Especially
I
that
Mark
believe
poor
it
boy.
is.
concerned.
It is. Unfortunately, I believe it is Marcus's destiny to always be dead.
To be dead.
Well,
Well, guess what? He's still
he's
dead.
still dead. This
Yeah,
isn't
I
him.
So you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a reincarnation. It's not a anything. He's just dead. So
Okay.
this is not him. This
Then I'm going
is
to
just a
amend that statement.
recreation of
I
him.
will. I will amend my statement. Anybody that looks like Marcus.
So all the halflings.
All halflings look
All
the same.
halflings. Ooh. All right. Well. Okay. I'll write that down in the notes for Snake Eyes.
Look,
That's fine.
I mean, to me,
Oh no!
I think to Pringle they probably all look the same. I'm gonna be honest.
They definitely all look the same to Vera.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
We know this.
Oh man.
We know how Vera be.
Well, look, they're covered. Actually, I'm gonna hold off. That's probably
Wait,
a spoiler
so-
by the time that episode comes out.
When B. Vera saw Marcus's son, did she not realize that he was smaller because she was smaller, or did she think, how did he get so small?
I mean, they're
When-
all so tiny.
Vera can only differentiate people based on their voices, not their faces.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, God Reborn went
Yep.
to a cave
Yep.
to find Mark II.
And we're like
Excellent.
on the opening, the orifice,
And
The
of
precipice.
This cave.
The precipice.
Which
Yes.
is
Yeah,
in-
that's it.
I
Which
mean,
is in
orifice isn't
Vatra, I
technically
believe.
wrong.
It is in Vatra,
Yes.
correct? Like
Yep.
smack dab in the middle of Vatra.
Mm-hmm. You guys are in Central Vatra, and you have found your way to an entrance to the underground. So one thing I'm going to have, please go ahead and submit a rest for your characters. Get all your spells and everything prepped
Yes,
and ready.
sir.
We got to get all of that in place.
It's a good idea. Thank you, sir.
Well, no, it's just, we were doing some non-canonical stuff before this.
Oh,
so
I
just
forgot
wanna make
about
sure
that.
All
We
of
were-
our abilities and spells and stuff would be set.
Yes.
We were
Oh,
killing
man.
each other.
For those who don't know, we have unrecorded sessions of us just trying to beat the shit out of all of our characters, like in a free for all.
I mean, the try
It's
isn't really
fun.
the try is
Mhm.
it happens. It's not a try. We do. Except for Vera. Vera gets to beat everybody's ass, and nobody can touch them for reasons.
Get better.
Yeah,
Good son.
yeah, get good.
If you guys want to buff yourselves as you walk into the cave, you're welcome to do that.
I will toss
why
on
would
mage
you?
armor.
Yeah, it's just a cave.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cave. I mean, how dangerous can it be? Right?
I'm not-
Right,
I'm
because
not
caves are
afraid
not
of
known to be
rocks.
dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, look.
They don't
like,
even
look at
move.
Petra, like, is that honestly, like, is that scary? I mean, look at him.
Chiseled.
He's practically
Delicious.
cuddly. Yeah.
right. So, what do you guys want to do? Just go into the cave and just see what's in there?
I have my torch out.
Okay.
I believe I have my ever-burning torch.
Yeah, I'll cast
Okay.
light. Flick a
Do I have
little
that?
light switch on my gauntlet.
Yes.
Okay.
I will pull out my dagger, the one from Mellifera, and also cast light on that.
I'd like to cast cultural adaptation on myself.
Uh-huh.
Which visually, who knows, that's about bag of tricks
Mm-hmm.
with everything, but at least like my mannerisms and accent will be correct for dark elf culture.
Do you go ahead and drop the spell in the
Sure.
chat here? I don't know if you need like a document written in the language of the culture.
Okay.
So you need you're gonna need something written by a dark elf.
Written by one?
Count.
Who wants to
it's
steal
one
some
of the-
fucking books?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
always.
Ba-
What if you-
basically to get the spell cast, you're gonna need to have a document.
Okay.
Written
about
by
a
one or in
document
their
from-
language?
What about one from
Either.
Lovette?
Yeah,
Yeah,
does
'cause I can
Lovette
I
have
wrote it.
something that's dark elf?
Does Lovette count?
Does Lovette count?
Does Lovette count?
Ouch.
I don't. Are we asking me? I'm not the DM.
Does Lovette? But I guess my question is, does Lovette have the culture you're looking for? Because I imagine if you were to cast it
okay.
on something that Lovette wrote, you would adapt to Lovette's culture, which is actually gnomish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Gotcha.
Lovette's culture is not dark elvish.
Yeah.
I
Like,
thought it was just like blood.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Kyle.
What?
They don't
Have to write it in
things
blood?
all the time in blood.
I mean, it is dark elves.
I mean, usually it's like
Yeah.
fucking mushroom ink, okay?
yeah.
Slightly bioluminescent too. It's fucking rad.
They make ink out of the mushroom people? No.
See? Evil.
yeah.
They're not people.
They're not
Anyone
people.
other than dark elves aren't people.
That's true,
Oh,
actually.
I'm sorry. It's
Thanks,
true,
Moo.
though. I didn't say it, but it's true. Sorry.
So what do I see in this cave that we enter?
So what you see is this cave goes deep into the earth at an angle of a little bit less than 45 degrees. It's, relatively steep, goes down as this cave twists and turns its way into the earth. After a few twists and turns, the sunlight is no longer visible from the mouth of the cave, and your only light sources are what you've brought with you. It's
Or dark vision.
or dark vision if you have it.
Yeah.
And the area down here sort of has almost a mildew smell to it, but it just looks like a pretty standard run-of-the-mill cave. Would you like to make a survival check, please, to see which
Vera.
way the tracks go
I was
if you're
gonna say,
tracking the dark elves?
Is there a track?
Yeah, so you
That's a
with your survival of
26.
26, yes, you find some tracks. It looks like the dark elves, while they were heading up out of the underground, their tracks are relatively impossible to see. But on their way back in, they're tracking mud and dirt from the surface, so you can track, groups of footprints going into the cave, which is perfect because that's the way you're heading. So, yeah, you're able to track a group of what you believe to be dark elf raiders.
All right, yeah. So
Judging by that survival check, you think that the group was probably at least 20 individuals.
Yeah, so I assume that Vera is probably just in the head here, just looking at the ground, scythe on shoulder, just following these
Okay.
things.
Excellent.
There's about 20 or so. So keep a lookout, all right?
In just one group?
Potentially. It doesn't really... Oh, actually, how fresh do these look? Like, does it look like it was 20 at one time, or like they're degraded?
Yes. Yeah, it looks like the 20 came through here at the same time.
Yeah.
And there are definitely older tracks here, so it looks like there's multiple groups that have come through here, but the one that you're most freshly able to track is about 20 individuals.
Yeah, it's most likely around the same time period, so I'd say yes.
Boy.
Can you tell how long ago that might have been?
Judging by that, it's within the week.
It's within the week.
Deja vu, I could have sworn you said that twice.
Did I?
Are you sure they're all dark elf footprints?
I mean, it's a fucking boot.
Well, you got me there. You got me in the books. Pat pat.
Keep an eye out, Alchi.
All right, so we'll keep moving.
I will do my best but these caverns are difficult to fit through.
Oh.
Archie says that while banging his head on the ceiling.
Okay, alright.
Because the tunnels are getting smaller as you continue.
We'll redeploy you, okay? I'm keeping you safe.
I understand. I am sorry.
It's not your fault. You're fine.
I'll pull him up.
All right,
It's
you
my
ball
fault.
Archie up and pick it back up. So as the group of you head deeper into this cavern, is there anything you want to do preparatorily, or are you going in with any particular buffs on?
I don't think I should honestly have the light going, but if we have the torch going already anyway, then that's no point in not using it.
Well, I guess my question is, without the light spell on the torch, a lot of you aren't going to be able to see anything.
Yeah, I know.
Vera is the one who is tracking, so we need them in the front, unfortunately, but otherwise, other option could be, and this is stupid, we could lightly tie rope around each one of you in a line, and I could lead from the front because I can see.
That seems very stupid.
Can
Well,
anyone else see in the dark?
Petravian can.
Petravian can.
Well, it
Yeah,
seems more,
60
makes more
feet.
sense for Petravian
Yeah.
to keep going in the
I would-
front then.
Agreed. I would say that Vera should be right behind me, and I'd lead the way.
I mean, if I look apart, wouldn't it be smart?
Wait. If you look like them, maybe they'll think we're prisoners?
Mm-hmm.
That was the
But then
point.
They might...
That was the
Petravian.
idea.
That being the case, though, wouldn't you be at the back to make sure that we didn't run off?
I've never captured anyone before. I always kill them.
Okay, that's
Good
to know.
Good to know.
What if we take the torch,
Mhm.
if we get confronted, we punch them all in the face until they stop talking to us?
We're literally going into a giant village of these, yes?
I don't know. How big are Dark Elf villages?
I don't know. They're usually like entire cavernous areas depending on the world. It's like anthill, but big. You know, like the little colony thing? Little subsection here, lots of people.
Won't the fact that we have weapons kind of throw it off?
I really tried to give you an example that I thought you'd understand.
Maybe they would be like a termites then, since it's a...
Sure! I don't know how termites work, but sure!
It doesn't matter. They tell my mother to a spider from wherever away. I don't think that force of arms is the answer.
Spiders live in colonies?
I don't know about spiders.
I don't know about spiders.
This is not the point.
Actually, I got a question. Lovette, can you contact Mark II with sending?
Yes, I have been.
Maybe he could give us some layout.
He has 25 worlds or less to work with. If
I mean,
had the
just an idea.
fireball still.
I mean, every
maybe?
time I scryed on him, he was in a fucking library. I don't exactly know how much of the lay of the land he's gotten. Does he have dark vision?
No. He
I
does
don't
not
think
see
he's
in the
gonna
dark.
know how to lead us to the city.
How about this? So, it appears that these Dark Elves keep on going out in parties. We're going to need more than one person, so can anyone do any illusion magic? Anything to look more? And who knows what they're going to see you
Yeah, I
as?
don't know what they're gonna see me as. It's a catch 21, 22, 25, 20.
What are you talking about?
It's a phrase in some words.
I'm guessing the
Catch
number
something.
changes between worlds.
I would assume, yeah, that sounds like it's from different plane.
I look at Kurla. Do you have any illusion magic?
If I did, my life would have been a little bit easier up till now, but I'm afraid not. Nothing comes to mind.
The only illusion I really have, I need, well, writing from the culture. So, if we can get the book from them, maybe I can give a little more ho-hum about it.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to bluff our way in there. I think we might just have to continue by stealth. Keep our eyes peeled.
I mean,
Deal. Knocks on
I haven't-
Petravian's armor.
I haven't heard the nicest things about them, but we don't have any absolute assurance that we're not going to be allowed in.
Well, I'm sure
Alright.
we're going to be allowed in. I just don't know if we're gonna get the fuck out.
Well,
So,
okay, tying everyone together and pretending we're slaves, I don't think is going to help on that one.
Okay.
I mean, I think they would want to keep the slaves.
Well, yeah, but it would mean we would get in without being attacked, at least.
I mean,
Yes. It was the idea.
Do we think we are going to be attacked? Are we going to operate on that assumption, or are we going to consider the possibility that they're okay with talking?
Should we even be continuing on if we're this concerned and we don't have any disguises or illusion magic? Should we maybe nip back up, get some before we come back?
I don't know. I don't think we have the time for this.
I mean, I
He's kind
could
of
go into the
dying.
walls. That's about what I can do.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Petravian.
That is actually
So-
pretty useful.
Vera will turn to Riz and say, "What are you doing here? What are all these people behind you?"
They are my slaves. I'm bringing them down to place.
I'd like to see could I get a
A bluff check
bluff?
for me?
I just want to see if it sounds legit, like at all.
I
to
don't
me.
know, like, what my fucking... Oh,
That's pretty good, right?
yeah, my bluff's pretty good, actually. That's a 27 for rolling an 8.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, it's pretty convincing.
Yeah, it's weird how high that bluff check is, huh?
Hmm.
It's weird.
Super
Listen.
weird.
It's not that high.
We could at least try it as a distraction if someone finds us before we can sneak around outside of wherever they are. And Vera's face will start to shift and change, and it's going to turn into approximation slightly. I think the only dark elf Vera has seen is Lovette's mother,
Yeah.
so it's going to be a slight variation of that.
Okay. Yeah, and we saw her before she got turned, thankfully. So.
And that will be utilizing 1,000 faces.
Nice! Hot damn, Kyle!
Ooh, what's this ability? Never heard
That's
of that.
That's a
Cantrip?
druid ability.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Feature, that is.
Druid class feature.
I can kind of just look at like whatever I want.
Nope, I'm not gonna make the comment.
Yep. 1,000 faces. Druid gains the ability to change their appearance at will as if using the Alter Self spell.
Wow, nice.
Yep. Alter Self. You cast a spell, you can assume the form of any small or medium creature of the humanoid subtype. If the form you assume has any of the following abilities, gain the listed ability. Dark Vision 60 feet, Low Light Vision, Scent, and Swim 30 feet.
Alrighty.
Nice. Okay.
Wait, I can see then?
If you want to shift into a Dark Elf, yes. You have 60 feet of Dark Vision.
Oh shit.
Damn. Okay.
Alrighty.
She's the
There
only.
you go.
Wow. Okay. So only Lovette can't see now without the torch
In Kurla.
and Kurla. Okay.
Actually,
I thought-
Kurla has dark
Okay.
vision.
No, I
Kurla
have
does
dark
have dark
vision. It's not on my sheet, but it's a class feature for a
Oh, class feature. Interesting. Okay, so,
So-
can't see in the dark.
you need some like night vision goggles or something.
My heritage affords me nothing.
Sadness.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It did give Half-Orc a lot of...
Yeah.
Well, damn, okay.
I say we try it this way. If it fails, it's my way. Alright?
You got it.
I'm down for
And we're
that.
just trying to get in range of wherever they're living. And then we'll try to sneak in if we can.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Well, if we're going to bring me in as like a captive, can someone that's not being captured take Archie?
Like his bull?
Yes, just to be safe. I would give someone the gauntlet as well, but you can't really use it.
Riz holds out their hand.
Yeah, I'll hand it over. A little reluctantly, like I stop right before I hand him over and like pull back just reflexively and set him down.
What if Petravian were to essentially skirt along the wall, like literally in the wall, walking along, and if I guess another party comes along, he just dips back into the wall so he can surprise
Fine with me.
attack.
Fine with me?
Cool.
That seems sensible, because then we've got 2 dark elves, 2 slaves, and 1 wall rock person.
And also it means I don't have to take your weapons.
Yeah. Or armor.
True.
Okay, that's what Petravian will do, is we'll parallel the party in the wall, essentially, kind of with one eye outside of the wall.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just realize that like when you're in the wall, you can't see. So.
Right.
Yeah. So, Riz, when you pick up this orb from Lovette, it's
Okay.
lighter than you imagined it would be,
Oh, little baby boy.
and it's warm. It's
Aww.
lighter than you thought, and it's warmer than you thought.
Less.
I'm gonna move slightly. You can feel it ticking.
I'll give him a quick little hug and hide him in my cloak of you can't fucking see shit in this thing. I don't know where you put it.
Okay. Alright, so you stow the orb on your person, and the group descends deeper into the underground.
I will also give Vera my crossbow, just because it's a good point. I probably shouldn't have that on me.
Yeah, I think
Says
I think healer sting is small enough for Kurla to just keep on. I
They'll
assume.
not suspect this. I'll just keep this on me.
I mean, military sting.
Sword cane.
I will extinguish the light that I have on Healer's Sting and slip it back into my belt with my other dagger, just so it's not
Alright.
me holding up a dagger if someone needs to think that I'm a slave.
Fair point. Okay, so you guys get into position, into character as best you can.
Yep.
And you march your way further down into the underground. So, as you guys get further down there, you eventually come to an opening where this tunnel goes and reaches a great cavern, an enormous space. The smell changes, and, well, it's just a bit different now. It's more fungal than it is mildew. It's almost has notes of sour and sweet smells that carry across this stagnant wind in the underground. And it is a different place altogether. It's almost like you're in a whole different world. And as you cross this section of cavern, it opens up into a truly colossal space, seeming more like the outside than a cave. Specks of purple and green light are scattered across this area, though it is still cloaked mostly in darkness. The air here is stale, with the scent of mildew. The ground is littered with tiny gullies and streams of fetid water, bringing to mind an almost hilly terrain. Fungal stands resembling trees with widespread caps, others with nets that hang all the way back to the cavern floor, are arranged in clumps across this entire space. Other fungal growths resemble hedges or shrubs made of bulbs that glow a soft blue-green light. You can see an enormous centipede in the deep distance. It pours over rock and crevice, scattering smaller, more obscure creatures as it goes, picking one or two off as it skitters nearly silently in the distance. You would guess that this thing must be at least 30 feet long, with rows of tiny red eyes glowing a faint red, and its legs have bands of yellow light that move like waves in the distance. Do you wish to do anything?
I wish to avoid the caterpillar.
Yeah,
the
we're
centipede
gonna go around.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish to cut a very wide swath around that thing.
Yeah.
I'll
Not
keep
get
them-
anywhere near that shit.
I assume that we have
So-
our hand. Those of us who are prisoners, do we have our hands bound or anything like that?
Loosely bound.
Yeah,
Well, I've got my backup
Okay.
hands ready to do sneaky shit, like to activate spells.
Yeah, it's a little ways off, but it's possible that it could detect you in the near future. So you guys start to take a wide berth. Now that does mean you're going to have to abandon the trail you're following.
Oh, I
Okay
see.
with you all?
I wasn't totally clear on the image on like if there was any obvious place to go, or if it just kind of becomes an underground wilderness, as it were.
Yeah, it's essentially where you are now. Like you're nowhere near like a wall anymore. So Petravian doesn't have anything to hide in currently.
The ground, but
I
the
mean,
ground, I suppose. Yeah.
and have his head
Maybe-
just sticking up the ground.
from a meta standpoint,
I mean,
I
that
think our
works.
chances are much better of picking up a new trail. Barrow didn't roll very high on the die to get a good enough roll last time, so if
Mhm.
she does roll good this time, it might still be fine.
I'd like to cast Hidden Presence then,
Okay.
and I believe that includes everyone that's close to us.
Okay.
Yeah, and pretty much I pick a target, and we're pretty much undetectable to it.
Okay, go ahead and cast the spell.
And you said that Lovette and I did have our hands loosely bound?
Loosely bound, correct. So, like,
Okay.
if you, like, tugged it, you could release yourself pretty much.
Gotcha. Nevertheless, Kurla has been looking incredibly uncomfortable since that was done. Like, sweating a little bit at it.
All right, it does get a will save for that, so
Okay.
went ahead and rolled that for it. All right, so you cast the spell, and like all spells with verbal somatic components, it does have, sound and light involved in the casting of the spell. Now, this creature, the centipede, isn't able to see that, but, anything else in eye and earshot would be able to see that.
Do, 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 do.
So, all right. So at once, moving from the pure darkness of the far distance, At first appears 2 tiny pinpoints of blue light. Then patches of bioluminescent red stripes become visible far above the centipede. A creature that stalks the cavern and feasts on whatever it wishes moves into view. A creature far larger than any living being you've ever seen, save perhaps the old body of Mellifera. It moves into view, and what you can see moves with an unnatural grace for its massive size. Its dark brown, nearly black serpentine body begins with a massive rocky-skinned head with colossal jaws and 2 brightly glowing blue eyes. Its body is sharp angles and crags of stone bone plate on top of bone plate. Below its head are 2 sets of massive arms, ending in almost human-like hands, though each finger is tipped with a claw that is as large as a man. Its body stretches on beyond that point to twist and coil across gully and stone stalagmite off into the darkness. But from what you can see, this being is more than 100 feet long.
Oh, shit.
Using one of its larger arms, it reaches down and simply crushes the centipede's head with a fist, cracking the stone under it for good measure. One of its smaller arms grabs the thing by the tail, then lifts it up above its head, lowering it down like a noodle toward its mouth.
Oh my fucking god!
When its jaw opens, much brighter red light escapes from its open mouth, like there's some kind of bright light source inside its throat. The additional light outlines the cavern a bit more, and you see other beasts of various sizes moving away into cracks and fissures, not daring to be seen by this colossal monstrosity. Even the beasts clinging to the ceiling cower as best they can from this light, hiding behind their bat wings. With a single, almost dainty bite, the creature severs the centipede's body from its venom-filled tail, and then carelessly tosses it aside, arcing through the stale air of the cavern to come crashing down directly on top of your group. Please make a reflex save.
Oh my fucking god!
Who makes the save? Everyone?
Everyone.
Everyone.
If you want to try to jump out of the way of
22.
this thing, yeah.
Oh, it's a 14. That was a roll
That's
of
a
nat 3
14.
for me.
That's an 18 from Kurla.
Okay.
That is a 20 from Vera.
A question
Okay.
for Petra, since he's underground pretty much. Does...
You said your head's sticking up.
Yeah,
so-
okay. Okay, just making sure.
Reflex.
Reflex.
You just get pushed all the way in.
Like a
Fine.
whack-a-mole.
Like whack-a-mole.
Yeah, it's like a whack-a-mole.
Hey, Lovette, can you reroll?
That's 18 for Petravian.
An 18 for Petravian? Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my fate points.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, Riz uses Fate Point, and Lovette, you may reroll.
Nice.
There we fucking
Much
go!
better.
20's fucking 7!
Cool. That's good stuff. So, 14 would have failed, so it's a good thing that Lovette now got a 27. So, Riz, you jump out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Vera, you jump out of the way. And Lovette, you jump out of the way.
Oh, fuck a duck. I can't use that many.
So, basically, the ass end of this giant centipede is going to just crash down. And Kurla and Petravian, you both are going to get out of the way a little bit late. And the splashing of its body as it hits the ground, it cracks apart and splashes some of that venom from the venom sac out.
Okay.
Having failed my reflex save, am I able to throw up a stone shield, or is it just... it's too much of a...
It's an immediate. You can throw up a stone shield.
Okay, I feel like by reflex... Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
failed
yeah.
the reflex, but I feel like it would just be instinct, rather.
Yeah, you have an immediate action.
Thank you.
Just be aware that spells generate light and sound.
Shit.
All right. So you cast a stone shield and you throw up a shield in front of you, like the ground just sort of lifts up in front of you to protect yourself from this splash of whatever horrible liquid is inside this thing. And it does. I mean, it catches all of the liquid and you're left dry and safe. But like I said, it generates light and sound in this place, same as Riz's spell a few seconds earlier. Petravian, you are not quite so lucky. I would like you to make a fortitude save.
Hopefully it's considered acid and this won't affect you that much? I don't know how this works.
34.
34. Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, this the centipede's venom just doesn't have any effect on you.
Nice.
Like it gets on you and you sort of wipe it off reflexively and you're fine. No big deal there, right?
Yeah.
The big
Now-
question Does it
Yes?
whack-a-mole his head into the ground?
No, it didn't hit him, but it did splatter him with liquid, right? So no, it didn't actually hit him close enough that it forced him to the ground. Sadly.
Okay. Thought I'd at least find out.
However, the commotion of all of you scrambling away and the spell being cast, however, that is going to cause this great beast to turn its head directly toward all of you. The red lights on its body all go out at once, leaving only 2 blue pins of light hanging high in the air, and you can hear it draw in an enormous breath.
How
It appears
high?
to be about 100 feet off the ground, maybe.
Okay, so a little too far from like our normal visual. Okay, Riz is just gonna grab the 2 that don't have dark vision. They're gonna look at Vera and then they're gonna bolt.
Whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, hold up. We might be fine.
Yeah, it smells the air, and Riz is already bolting. So, what would you like to do, Vera?
I'm going to follow and just pick up Lovette.
Okay. You grab Lovette as you run, and you begin to run away from this thing. Like I said, you're nowhere near the entrance you came in from. Like, you've already crossed a great deal into this large cavern before you saw the centipede.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like you can just dart back into where you came from.
Oh, that wasn't where I was going.
Okay.
I was going deeper, baby.
You're going somewhere deeper? Okay.
Either
Well-
like a smaller place where it can't get into.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
So we'll go towards
Okay,
the wall.
go ahead and make
Yeah.
perception checks to see if you can find a place that would meet those requirements.
Can do.
And as you do that,
34.
its rocky bulk slithers across the landscape, flattening fungal stands and splattering bioluminescent spores as it goes. Smeared patches of color glow brightly yellow and green before fading into darkness. Risen, you're able to see a fissure leading down into an offshoot tunnel some 20 feet below you.
Mm-hmm. This is our best bet to get the fuck out of here, and I'm sorry. Let's go!
Oh,
Jump. Just goes in for it. Fuck a duck.
All right.
wait, what are we doing?
Activate.
I feather fall if it's like a whole, you know?
I activate.
Yeah, it's a
Spider
20-foot
Climb.
drop, so you can feather fall to
Yeah,
prevent damage.
I'll feather fall myself and Kurla.
Oh,
Spider
thank you.
climb, and I
Okay.
just run down it.
Just run down it. Okay, cool.
Wait, that one.
It's like a roller coaster.
All right, so the lot of you run down into this fissure. The tunnel twists slightly. A small, inch-deep stream of cold water covers the floor here. And every so often... So this is into the offshoot tunnel, by the way. And every so often you can feel a strand of silk cross the tunnel at about face height.
God. So after watching them jump down, Petravian's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, so you just leave me behind, I guess." He slips back into the ground and just kind of heads in the direction that they were going.
Mhm.
And oh, well, there they are, and descends and then pops right out next to them.
Okay. So as you all rendezvous in that tunnel, a moment later, red light fills the tunnel behind you, and you feel an unnatural heat coming from that direction. A moment later, you can see molten stone dripping down from the fissure as it oozes into the tunnel you just moved through.
Run!
It appears it's not moving particularly quickly, but it does appear to have sealed the tunnel behind you with molten rock.
Oh.
So whatever that giant creature did, it apparently has the ability to melt stone.
Why the fuck would anyone live here?
That's a good question, Lovette. Maybe this is why your mother left.
Yeah, I guess.
Ta-da! Now the more you know.
She did tell you, in no uncertain terms, never to go here. I mean, I do recall that pretty clearly.
I'm remembering it pretty clearly right now, too. Over and over.
In fairness, I bet the real estate is quite affordable.
Well, let's get moving so we don't have that shit dripping on us if it does drip.
I'd like to look around. What do we see directionally?
So this is just a tunnel that you're in. So the way behind you is now sealed with molten rock. So
Yeah.
what you see ahead of you is a dark, twisting tunnel with like silk strands every so often,
Well, there's only one way.
in an inch deep stream of cold water at your feet.
Cold water.
Mhm.
Alright.
If it's running somewhere, it has to have an opening.
Yeah, is it running?
Yeah, it's moving slowly.
Alright, we'll go in the direction that it's coming from.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Can I walk now?
Oh, yeah, sure. And I'll just like drop you on the ground.
Sorry for being so rough with you, Kurla. Can you forgive me?
Between this and what we just came from up there, I think we got the better end of the deal, so absolutely. No,
All
thank
right.
you even. Thank you.
Just a gentle shoulder squeeze.
Kurla will give you a small smile.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Lead
it's
the way,
no
Vera.
problem, Bella. I feel I'm fine. Don't tell me I'm anything.
The bonds between friends are so different.
Can someone lead the blind ones?
You got it.
And I'm gonna go in front, just with my scythe at the ready.
I'll give whoever had the rope, I'll give it back, because I don't think we're probably not doing that for the time being.
Yeah, Riz will take it back for now.
Can I have my crossbow?
Here you go, and here is Archie.
Yeah, I'll give him the crossbow.
Okay. All right. So you continue forward, and eventually the tunnel becomes more web-filled, and it opens into a nest of some sort. A circular room, walls covered in thin webbing, with a high ceiling and large egg sacs dotting the wall. What you find is a tunnel leading up and out of this area, back into the larger cavern above, just at a different point.
Oh.
Woo! I did it! All me. Let's go.
Nicely done.
Ah, Brisen.
Let's try and see if we can find more tracks again. Yes, yes,
Make
yes.
sure we don't attack that thing again.
Yeah, I'd like to listen now. Can I hear that thing moving around anywhere? Or are we quite far
Go ahead
away?
and make a perception check.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I'll do the same.
I will do one as well.
41. I hear everything.
Jesus.
29.
Yeah. You hear a lot of creatures moving in the darkness. Yeah, this cavern is definitely full of life.
But any of them thundering.
Yeah, is that...
None of them are quite as large as that creature that you saw before. So possibly after getting its meal, it's done for the day. You don't know.
I think we're
But
good
it doesn't
for
seem
now.
to be. It doesn't seem to be actively prowling the area.
I mean, I wasn't hungry enough to even finish the centipede.
In that case, I'd like to scan around, and I'd like to make a survival check to see if I can find if this is a looping area, so I can kind of figure out where we're going directionally in this place.
Sure.
Survival check?
Yeah, go for it. It's very difficult to make your way around this place, to be honest.
22.
Yeah, that's actually enough to get yourself lost down here.
Cool. That's a good old 3 on my part.
Is there any rerolls?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, yeah?
Reroll.
All right, you got it.
Fate point.
2,
Right.
actually.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yep, look at that.
Oh, shit.
It
That's a
is
4.
technically a better roll.
Reroll.
Do you want to burn another one?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, 2 more.
God.
A little bit
27.
better.
Hey.
So,
All right.
Still under
Okay.
10, because that's just
So
how
under
it is.
10, but you did it.
Woo!
All right.
Yay!
So, all right, you find, you basically pick up the tracks of those dark elf boots that still have a tiny residue of mud on them.
Mhm.
And you're able to track that, and you can tell the direction you're supposed to go based on that, so you can start to follow that again.
Alright.
All right,
Kurla's gonna
so you
say.
go off in this direction. What's that?
Kurla's just gonna say under their breath to Riz. Right. So you've talked to Lovette and Petravian about getting hazard pay, right?
No.
No.
I stopped getting paid like a while ago. My payment is now at the when we get a bunch of money, I get that. That is my pay now.
Oh, fair enough. I must have missed something there then.
Yeah, it kind of happened after I stole money from Vera and then gave it back so that I could get the bigger amount. It was great. Fun times.
You did what now?
Well, technically it was Hummel, and technically they were high on drugs and alcohol. But it was still stealing.
Kurla's just speechless.
What are you
So
guys talking
casual
about?
it?
Can you not talk so much?
Your voices echo across through the darkness. You guys continue on this direction for some time, and like I said, this whole area is dotted with bioluminescent fungus and other strange plant life. And it's on the walls and stalactites hanging up in the ceiling, so everything, there's just sort of this cascade of weird colors faintly glowing in all directions. So based on the relative positioning of some of them, you can kind of orient yourself a little bit in this place, and you get the sense that this cavern is just gargantuan. Like, you could probably spend days walking across just this one room. So, yeah, you guys are making your best time following these tracks.
You know, I spent a whole world underground once.
That sounds
Is
was
there-
it like these?
I mean, it was a bit more open, to be honest.
I mean, is there like a lesson to be learned from this, or?
No, I was just saying it's kind of familiar.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah,
Do you have any tips?
don't die.
Good tips.
Always
thanks.
a good tip.
Here I thought the tip would be don't go underground, so...
I mean, the whole world was underground because their sun was like deathly hot. Like you couldn't be out for long. So everyone lived underground. It was great. Fuck the sun sometimes, though. Am I right?
Absolutely. I feel you on
I
that one.
don't really tan, I just burn. I guess that's not super normal in gnomes, so they didn't do anything about it. I hate being in the sun.
I hear high elves burn very easily.
Only when you set them on fire.
Fuck.
Get a smirk from Vera.
We're gonna unpack that one later.
All right, so we're
Yeah, we're
following
continuing on.
these
Kurla
tracks.
has
Yeah,
a
you guys
mischievous
continue
brain.
on. So you follow this route for quite some time until you all start to sort of feel fatigued from the travel you're doing. Do you guys want to make camp
Yeah, we'll
somewhere,
Make
or
oh, what can we see? Is there like any
Like a
alcoves
Tiny,
or anything?
tiny alcove that only we can fit in.
Yeah, it's mostly like a hilly terrain down here with like gullies and streams
Mhm.
cutting into the floor every so often. Some of them are deeper than others, so there's some that are deep enough that you could probably like lower yourselves into, get into like a little sub room underneath this one. Some of them lead even further down. Some of them have obvious signs of life in them, like bones and discarded bug carapace casings, things like that.
Are there any walls at all, or is it just open space?
No, it's open space, yeah.
Oh.
There's really not much in the way of like walls anywhere nearby you. You're sort of in the middle of this well, not quite the middle, but you're in this colossal open space. Now, there are kind of like deeper areas and higher areas, but most of it's
You
just sort of
said
hilly.
there were mushrooms that were kind of forest-like?
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's stands of mushroom fungus stands and parts. Some of them have like these large, almost like netting webs of fungus that come off of them
Mhm.
and reach all the way back to the ground. So they kind of form a canopy in
We
a lot
could
of places.
maybe hide in the mushrooms for camp.
That's true.
And we have rope trick, so we just hide the rope, really.
Sounds fine to me.
Okay. Come on, everyone. Over this way.
Where are we going? What?
We're camping for the night.
Okay. So you head up to a stand of fungus, and a lot of them are those web-style not quite trees, but web-style mushrooms that have like this white-colored flesh that cascades down almost like a waterfall off of the top of the fungus
Mm-hmm.
and forms kind of like a curtain that drapes all the way to the ground, so it obscures what's under it.
Perfect. So I'm gonna take out a rope. I'm gonna cast Vardo Vargon on it.
Mm-hmm.
Get it going, and then just kind of wave everyone into the rope first.
Are you not going to go under the tree?
Well, that's where I'm casting it.
Oh yeah,
Is-
you
is
never said
underneath
you went
all
under
these.
it though.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Wait, that we discussed that
Yeah.
beforehand.
That's
Okay.
kind of what the intent was, to go over
Gotcha,
there
gotcha.
anyways.
Okay, so you go over and you pull aside the fungal netting,
Oh god.
Mhm.
and inside you see a relatively large-looking bug. It's about 9 feet tall. It
Okay.
has lots of little legs
All
and
right.
rows and rows of eyes. It sees you. It screeches and skitters away at very fast speed.
Huh.
Okay. Can creatures see me as something else too?
Maybe.
You look like a
Oh,
fortune teller
no.
centipede to them.
You think that's going to
Okay,
draw any
so-
attention to us?
I hope not.
No.
So you scare away the creature that was already hiding under there. But it leaves and finds some other place to hide.
Oh,
All right.
man, this place is so charming.
I'm
Oh,
so glad
yeah.
you came. Cast
Yeah.
the spell on the rope under, like, a very hidden area in the mushrooms, at least, so it's more near the stem of one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of buying some land down here and building a summer home.
Oh, I highly recommend it, Petravian. You'd probably enjoy it the most out of all of us. All right, into
mean-
the Vardo.
Yeah, it really fits your physique with, all the rocks.
I mean, it really is
All right.
pretty under here.
So you climb your way up the rope, which opens up into the that floor panel in the Vardo. So you open up that trapdoor, and you find yourself in the comfortable Vardo.
Give us the map! Woo! The map, the map, the map. Woo!
You guys find yourselves in the Vardo.
Ah, home sweet home, yes.
I mean, at least there's light, and you'll see a shift once again of Vera's face as the dark elf visage just kind of fades, and it goes back to Vera's regular form.
That was a really cool trick, though.
It's just something I can do.
It's really impressive, though.
It actually is.
Thanks.
Yeah,
But I like
just...
this. I like this face better.
It's one that I should deal with.
Well, it's really
Vera
pretty.
just shrugs.
There's a look off to the side, confused look from Riz. Like, what does that mean? That's a loaded thing.
There's a look as if Kurla is biting back a snarky remark. They're making an effort not to say anything. Instead, they go over and put the kettle on.
I'm very proud of you now that I know this.
Oh,
Yes,
what? Why is that?
because your ears are still the way they are.
Yes,
Wow, really making it worse.
Just
because
nod.
Melly said I should deal with that.
Really,
Because I'm better than hiding from it.
I agree.
But it also doesn't mean I have to like it.
That's fair.
Kind of stroke my own ear, kind of.
Has it been... So has it been changing at all, or no?
Oh yeah, it has been changing some amount. At this point, the purple on her ears has grown further, and there's some on the sides of her hips, on the sides of her chest, and there's a spot that is growing in kind of freckly around her eye that makes it look like she's kind of got this perpetual black eye.
Is everything all right with you, by the way? Kind of in a motion, face and body.
Yeah, did we hit you too hard when we fell?
What?
When we fell down.
I only
I don't
dropped
think
her
so.
a couple feet.
Why? What's...
Yeah.
Did something happen to me? I
Did
don't
you
feel
punch
fine.
her? In the face?
I don't think so.
Oh.
You have more
Bruising?
splotches.
Oh,
Are there any mirrors here?
There's mirrors in each one of your rooms for those who are more vanity-wise. So probably Lovette, Petravian, and Archie.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Mhm.
I was imagining Petra in front of the mirror, yeah.
If the boat
yeah.
fits, wear it.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't have any hair to speak of, but I guess.
Petra, I imagine, has that mirror literally just to wake up, go, still handsome? Oh, yeah.
Double finger gun.
Both barrels.
He's like, yeah, you go get him. Give him the
looking in
hammer.
the corner, just eye rolling.
Yes.
Everyone outside can just hear him in his room. Anyway, Lovette will run into her room real quick to look and just kind of pat her face to see the spot.
oh, it does look like someone hit me. I'm sorry. I wonder if
Why
it's
are you
from-
sorry? Did someone hit you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it was really dark in there.
Do you want some healing there?
No,
Oh, yeah,
I don't
Kurla
feel
can help.
like it was anything bad. This is just a thing that's been happening,
All right.
That's unfortunate.
I guess.
Well, if it starts being a problem, you must tell us, alright?
Yeah,
don't-
do you have frostbite or something?
No. This is the
Is that something
natural
that spreads?
color of my mother's skin. I didn't think that my skin was going to change color, but I guess it does.
Well, if it's not a problem, then we can start talking about something that is a problem. That giant creature that almost killed us.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That was my fault. I was trying to make it so that that glowing centipede didn't see us, so we could just keep walking, and that kind of made it worse.
It
That was my fault.
fault in the end. It's fine.
Well, it is my fault too. I threw up that stone shield by instinct. I don't think that helped.
I don't care about whose fault it is. I'm wondering what we're going to do about it if we see it again.
Well, I can stack some more disintegrates than usual.
Who knows how much it's going to take that thing down.
I don't know.
I say we run like hell, personally.
I mean, it worked the first time.
Or try to find a way not to go this way again.
Yes, but we don't want to get lost. This is caverns and looping areas. We are lucky that one we fell into looped into the main ones. We can keep finding this fucking city.
Well, hold on. Can Lovette just teleport us out of here as soon as we find Mark II?
If I have my good luck, yes.
I mean, you always have
Right?
your gauntlet on.
Yes, I do. If we are going to help with this slave thing, then they might try and take it.
I mean, I don't want to rely completely on that, but it
They
seems
might
like
not
that should be
take it
option A.
because If they,
I mean,
if they try and take that, they might try and take my limbs, and that would be bad.
the whole prisoner thing is more about if we get caught.
This is true.
Or our hope is not to go through the gate if there's,
Oh, okay.
there's like a giant city or something.
Like, we want to sneak, you know?
Well, yes, getting us out of here, I can try and teleport up. I don't know how far we are, but I can take us pretty far, and I just have to know where we're going.
Well,
At least Vatra.
Yeah.
yes. Just straight up or something, and I can, like, feather fall all of us if we're too far up. Yeah. And Vera can fly!
Easy.
But I don't know how we're going to find this city and get to it. We just...
We
continue-
use Vera to keep watching the feet.
But we're not using Vera.
Okay, can you do it?
No, I'm just saying it's not a... forget it. Anyway, if we're going by that, I guess it's fine, but I feel like it's not... it's not really efficient. I don't know if we have better options, though.
You're the one that wanted to come down here.
I feel like Vera is very efficient.
No, it's true. It's just that it doesn't solve our whole what if that thing comes back problem. I think it's faster than most of us. So
The
Likely.
Dark Elves didn't seem to have a problem with it.
it's true.
This is true.
And they seem to be walking. So I assume that that's the most efficient way to get to wherever they are.
I suppose. Maybe they have a way to keep it away, or keep away from it.
Or they have an agreement with it,
Yeah, they are fucked up like that.
right? No offense, Lovette.
None taken.
Kurla's gonna hand over a cup of tea to Riz and then kind of offer another one round to anyone who wants one.
Thank you, darling.
That would be lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
I will take one, but fill it
With honey.
with honey.
It's mostly honey with a little bit of leaf water.
In fact, I might pour it into a larger glass,
Yeah.
and then fill it more with honey.
Kurla will.
And then mix it up some more?
Yep.
Just to make sure that the honey really...
No, it's mostly just
Honey.
thick garbage honey.
Have you got enough honey in that? I think I can find some more for you in one of these cupboards if you might be running low.
No, I have plenty more in the apiary.
Right, of course you do. Bloody hellfire. Kurla
I
will
liked
will
the
then-
joke.
I'm gonna die at an early age.
Yeah, you are. Just from fucking
diabetes.
Yeah, I can just imagine Vera strikes down her hated foe, and they're like, and it's like, but you didn't think about the real foe, diabetes.
Diabetes. And they'll be on Vera's sarcophagus.
Why
Stricken
they-
down by.
This season's
Sugar.
big bad, Wilfred Brimley.
Why they call it diabetes.
What? Whoa.
I'm just saying, that's why because it happens.
Well, thank you for the tea, Kurla. It was very sweet. Not as sweet as Vera's, apparently, but still very sweet.
I have more honey.
I'm good. I usually do not, I don't actually put honey in my tea, Vera. The joke was... It was jokes.
Aren't jokes supposed to be funny?
Oh, it's funny for me, and probably Kurla, too.
Kurla's trying hard not to giggle.
You're the only one laughing.
I love that we all get on so well.
So well.
I love Vera so much. She's just such a fucking stick in the mud.
Anyways, take your time tonight. Make sure to rest up. We have an early morning, because I would like to get through these caverns as fast as possible. Things less friendly in this world than the actual world where everyone was living in caverns. Very different. Hospitality-wise.
Well then, let's go to sleep.
You got it. Good night, everyone.
And Vera's going to tear off the blankets off the bed and sleep on the ground.
So.
And probably a kind of reversibly nonsensical move, I'll deploy Archie so he can be in his room while I sleep. I'll tell him as like a bedtime story. I imagine this is him not sleeping, but as a sort of bedtime story, I'll tell him what he missed out on, what happened down there.
That sounds terrifying.
It was very scary. I don't think you would like it.
I am sorry to hear you all had such a stressful time.
Well, it's okay. It'll be over soon.
If it returns, I could try to hold it off for you.
No, my boy. I'm going to not let it resort to that, okay?
If that is what you wish.
I don't want you to get hurt. That's what I wish.
Thank you, Lovette. I do not wish you to be hurt either.
Oh, I need to sleep. Good night, Archie. I love you.
Archie will stay beside you, and like he's gonna basically go into your room. And he's gonna sleep at the foot of your bed.
Aww. My boy, I love you so much. I'll sleep in his room so there's room under the fucking... I feel really awkward under the baby thing. Just like... Look up and I'm just like, why is he doesn't fit in this bed?
Or sleep.
Sleep.
I mean, it was mostly for his, like, balled-up form to have, like, a cushy place.
Oh yeah, I mean that does make sense. It's just in the moment.
You should have had one of those dog mats.
Oh yeah,
I mean, but you could get the same. You could get the same effect with a pillow on top of a pedestal.
That feels weird and worshipy.
It makes it feel like something I should steal.
Yeah.
You know, what if you get one of those like baby bounce seat things? You put the baby in and it jumps up and down. It's like the springs connected to it, and you just put the ball in that,
Or even like a cradle.
Or one of those swing things.
Yeah, that would work too.
I mean,
Or
right now I'm
insert,
definitely...
baby item here.
It's definitely fortunate that there is in fact a bed, but it is also fucking just weird and awkward for Lovette to see the mobile overhead and be like, why?
Hey, Beardy.
Yeah?
While we're all settling in, I would like to scry on Marcus and see how he's doing.
Okay. So, describe to me again what that is going to do for you. Are you going to be able to see through his eyes and ears? Like, what do you got?
I believe I kind of seem like I'm just standing right behind him or next to him, and I can kind of see him almost in a little bubble, and depending on how bad or good his roll is...
10 feet in all directions. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, he gets a save, so here we go. Cool. Alright, well, he rolls like shit.
As always.
Alright, you cast Scrying, and in your mind's eye, you can see Mark II curled up in the fetal position, laying on his side. He has what looks to be blood and mud caked on him. His clothes are mostly tatters, and he is currently shivering. Near him is a small bowl with a little bit of water in the bottom of it, and it looks to be muddy and dirty.
Is he in a cage?
It does appear that he is in some sort of alcove. It's dug into the stone. But yeah, there is an iron barred door built into the cave side.
I'm getting some nasty flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you said a small bull, I thought you meant like a male cow, the small size, and I was like, what the fuck? So,
a small bowl with a little bit of water in it.
Yeah.
And he's curled into the fetal position, and he's shivering, and he has blood and mud caked on his body, and he has these strange wounds on him that they don't look right. He has these cuts, and they're open on his body, but they're not bleeding in the way that you would expect a cut to bleed for a person.
Okay.
It's sliced through his flesh and exposing something underneath that's not altogether halfling.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's like the Terminator.
Yeah, a little bit like the Terminator, except very pathetic and dying of like exposure. Currently.
Can you say I'm looking for John Connor, but in Marcus's new voice?
Yeah, do that, Skrewy.
I'm looking for John Connor.
Can you say in the same voice? Can you say, "Come with me if you want to live"?
That's what I was gonna ask too.
Come with me if you want to live.
If he gets out of this shit, I feel like that's what he's gonna say to Telly.
Come with me if you want to live.
Jesus.
If he finds Telly, he's gonna go, "Your clothes, give them to me."
Hold on. Let me do that one.
Your clothes, give them to me.
Oh my god! Never mind. No, stop it.
Anyways.
All right.
So I see all this.
So that's what you see in your mind's eye. It's a pretty sad scene, and it looks like he's on the verge of death.
I promise we are coming. I just don't know if we are going to make it in time, my friend. But we will try.
Before going to bed, Petra will peek into the Vera's room. We're kind of cramped in going through these tight areas. Should I consider call Chisel, or should we just let him be outside?
I mean, how long does it take to get your deer in here?
Instantaneously.
If it's instantaneous, why don't you just call him in if you need him?
Because I can only do it twice.
Ever?
No, just twice every day. No, twice a day, you goober.
Well, yeah. See?
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are you guys not sleeping?
No, we're going to sleep. I just wanted to see if I should bring in Chisel.
My vote was
He'll-
no.
Where would he sleep?
In our room.
In your room?
Yes. I'm saying it's
But
too
if you
cramped.
want, I don't know. I,
don't
think the
want him-
smell would be bad, but I don't know if it bothers you.
Excuse me, he's a very well-kept elk.
For an elk shell.
If it shits in my house, I chop it up and eat it.
Has he ever shit in your house?
He hasn't been in my house but once.
Has he ever shit then?
One time does not mean it will not happen.
He is a good boy.
Petravian, could you please start yelling, like, outside of my room? I'm literally trying to sleep.
Yes, we're all
Fine.
trying to sleep, Petravian.
Fine!
Dear Lord.
Just stop in him tomorrow. Can you do that like right away?
Yes, that's what we were saying. I just wanted to check with everybody else. Well, mostly just Vera, but everybody seems to have opinion.
But
a very
it's
small
because
place.
I thought we were all sleeping and now everyone's shouting out here.
Good night.
Yeah, alright, I'm alright.
Kurla's
Alright.
gonna go up to Riz. Okay. And just sort of smirk a little bit and say, "Right, so is the going to the toilet policy, is that just applying to the elk, or does that apply to any of us? Are we all gonna get cut up if we try?"
I mean, there's actual bathrooms for you guys, so that's a bit different.
I'm joking with you, Raz.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's bathrooms.
Yeah, there's legit bathrooms. Because somebody complained during a Halloween special that I didn't have bathrooms in the map.
And now you're scarred for life.
Fuck you.
So, you think we're gonna get through this alright?
I think we will get through it. I don't know if all right is accurate, but we will get through it.
So, what we talked about the other night,
Yes.
I really don't know when I'm supposed to tell them. I'm gonna have to at some point, aren't I?
Yes, but you tell them when you are ready. Maybe tell Vera last. She has better reactions to, like, everything.
That's for sure.
But I feel like Lovette would feel relatable with you. She seems to have, like, a lot of self-blaming stuff, so I feel like she could have a camaraderie with that. And Petravian, I don't think he can hate people. I don't think he knows how to.
I don't
So
think
I
he
don't-
knows how to do a lot of things, like thank.
Well,
Oh my god.
that's a bit rough.
Sorry, I'm still working on this whole, lightening up thing. I don't think
That's
I've quite
okay.
got it calibrated right. Was that a little bit harsh?
It was a bit harsh. It was a
Alright.
bit too much.
I like the guy, I do. He means well.
He's
got a good
dog.
horse, I respect that.
Very cute, but also easy to knock over in the mental sense.
He doesn't give up. I'll certainly give him that.
That's true, very stubborn. Especially when everyone's trying to go to bed, Petravian.
Speaking of which, I suppose I ought to turn in. You gonna be alright?
Yes, I will be keeping watch, so... You will all literally be woken up if there is an issue, and it will be very loud and uncomfortable. But I hope you sleep well.
Well, see you, won't we? Alright. See you in the morning, Raz. Thank you again for everything.
Thank you, Kurla. Sleep well.
And Kurla will head to their bed, in their room that is full of fluffy, colourful pillows, which is awesome.
I'm, right before I just kind of do my normal keep watch for the night,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the rest of my fate points
Yes.
for Gigarian.
Okay.
Listen, it is a long travel, and I don't know where we are going, but any sort of protection over all of us would be gratefully appreciated. I don't know if we are coming out of this the same. So, with your guidance, I humbly request this as much as I can. We're trying to save someone. If we can, it will be great, but I still worry the outcome even if we can save them. So please, I beg of you, my friend. And that's Riz's prayer.
Alrighty.
And that's
Okay.
who you said?
Gigarian.
Okay.
Protection.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead and submit your rests and reset your fate points and then roll your runes for the next day.
Thank you.
And we'll go for there.
14.
I've already advanced time to, it is now the 22nd of June, the year 768 of the Third Era.
14 for my runes, baby.
Lovely.
Not bad.
Alright, 14 for your runes. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. So the next day, you all wake up probably early, I would imagine. What would you like to do?
Vera's up early, and it's probably just going to start pounding at people's doors.
Yeah, Riz is already awake, made breakfast and everything. Oh, good morning. Good to see you, Vera.
Is it morning?
It's morning for us. When we wake up, it is morning now. That is the rule of the dark. Good morning, Lovette.
Good morning. Thank you.
Bacon and eggs are on the table.
Oh, thank you very
Cinnamon
much.
rolls for everyone as well. Petravian, don't eat too many.
But I'm
Caroline,
a growing
rather.
boy.
You are a fucking 100 and some odd year old boy. You are no longer growing.
How much bigger do you think you're going to get?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm going to be keeping my distance from the breakfast table since there is stuff on it that Kurla is not fond of, but I will be nibbling on some of my disgusting
Yeah.
rotten meat.
Riz probably had something out for you, specifically Kurla.
Thank you, Riz. And Kurla's going to be kind of looking from Petra to Lovette to Vera, looking as if they're summing them up a little bit, and then they will address themselves to Lovette. Oi, Lovette.
Oh, yeah.
Kurla's going to dig into their pouch and pull out a small, round, golden bracelet, and they are going to toss it underhand to Lovette.
What?
Right, put this on.
Oh, what is it? What does it do?
It helps me keep you alive if it comes down to it.
Okay.
Just trust me on it and keep it on you. Keep it on, alright?
I'll do my best. If I
Is
get
it a
taken in, I
friendship
might
bracelet?
try and take it.
It looks a lot like the quote-unquote friendship bracelet that Riz has been wearing for some time, and it matches two now that Kurla has on.
Thank you.
Vera started eating the food as well as creating a bunch of engorged beetles that she's
Petravian.
also munching on.
Petravian will partake of the good beetles.
He's gotten used to eating them for breakfast. The right next to his
It's an egg.
eggs.
It's an apple.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just an apple in the morning.
Yeah, it's good for you.
It is. It's very good.
That's why they call it good beetle.
It'd be counterproductive otherwise.
And yeah, out of character, that's for Sacred Bond, Lovette. So it lets me heal at a distance
Oh,
if I need to, without having to do any of my meta magic to make a touch into a ranged. They're expensive, which is why everyone doesn't have one.
Right.
But I'm kind of going from weakest to strongest and figuring out the squishiest people should have them first. No
Yeah.
offense.
Hey, you're good. No worries.
Plus, it's a friendship bracelet, and we're best buds. We're best bitches.
We're
Right.
friends now.
That's
Bitches?
Is that what it says on the friendship bracelet?
Best
Bitches.
bitches. Yep, says
It's
it
the
right
only one that I could find in the shop. All right. Don't get any ideas.
I'm really glad mine doesn't say this.
Yeah, the other ones
But
were
yours
like,
doesn't say that?
No.
The other ones were like actual relationship ones, like the love of my life and stuff. It's like that one doesn't fit.
What
No.
one of them just says like just has names on it, right? It's like John and Diane.
It's like Kelly.
No, the one I gave
Kelly.
Riz was actually looked like a friendship bracelet. It was quite, ornate and pretty and simple. The one I've given
Dave.
Lovette actually does say "best bitches" on it. I think that's canonical now.
Dave, who
Yes.
the fuck is
I
named
sure hope so.
Dave?
Yeah, they work in pairs. So as long as I have mine on for Riz and Lovette and Riz both have theirs on, yay! Healing at a distance. I can keep you alive.
Are we going to eat here all day, or are we going to go back out there?
Oh my god, Vera!
What?
Are you in that much of a hurry to die?
I'm not going to die.
Anyways, I was letting Kurla have their moment.
With the bracelet?
Let's not make a big thing of it. It's just a tactical decision, all right?
It was sweet. Okay?
Fine, all right. I'll take your word. for
Alright,
it.
we'll get going. Shove that fucking croissant in your gob, Petra, and let's go.
I was just
Let's go!
You realize you have like a pouch. You could just put it in, right?
Then if I forget it, it's gonna be rotting, and it's happened before.
That's disgusting.
Is that what that smell was?
Yes,
What the fuck, Petra?
I
That
am
was just
forgetful,
Jessa.
okay?
I'm forgetful too, but I mean, when you're carrying moldy bread with you to the point that people around you can smell it, just. How
I
did it
thought it
get
was
like
my
that?
armor, okay? I thought it was my armor. I didn't have my
You
my
thought it-
cleaning supplies. I'm sorry.
Well, I hope I don't catch something from this, or start vomiting later or something.
So is Archie coming with us, or are you balling him up again?
Yeah, I'm going to bottom him up. I think that he's going to attract that big guy's attention.
Ah, fair enough. Kurla's he's not already balled up, is he?
He is. So that's
He
fine.
is.
I
Okay,
think.
never mind.
All right. So once again, Vera's going to shift into this dark elf form and is going to jump down the rope trick.
Cool. You slide down the rope and find yourself back underneath that weird fungus net.
Do I see any creature?
Nope,
Skulking.
it hasn't come back.
Okay.
You find yourself alone in here. You can see bioluminescence, through the webbing, like through this fungal net. You can see different splotches of yellows and reds and greens and blues in different places at different distances. They all sort of pulsate in and out, giving it sort of a twinkling effect. It's really psychedelic.
Can I take like my scythe and on the stalk of this mushroom thing, like just cut off like a couple sleeves of it?
What do you mean?
Like make
Just
little
pieces.
pieces off of it.
You want to cut pieces off the center stalk that's holding the whole thing up?
Yes.
Not like huge chunks, like
Literally like a
like
little
skinning it, like potato skin.
Yeah.
Like shaving it. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you could try that. Yeah, absolutely.
I do.
Okay. So you run your scythe along it, and you get a couple inches long strips, and you notice that as you do, it starts to leak out bioluminescent goo.
I bottle it.
Okay.
Of course I do.
Anyways, is everyone
it,
leaving?
it glows blue brightly, but when exposed to light, it only glows for a few seconds before going out.
Oh, god damn it.
It turns into like a brown liquid that doesn't glow, but it glows brightly blue for about 30 seconds.
What do I title this in my inventory?
Mushroom.
Poo-goo.
goo.
Mushroom juice.
Yeah,
Everyone
mushroom
out
juice
of the
is fine.
Vardo by now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
The last person leaves, the entire thing collapses on itself, and the rope falls to the ground.
What you doing, Vera?
I thought it might be useful in using with my alchemy station.
Sounds practical.
Well, maybe.
You do alchemy?
Yeah, I have a book.
Why do you say that like I'm supposed to know everything about you?
Well, I carry it around.
I'm not going through your shit.
Archie is carrying around this alchemy kit for years now.
Hey, it's making him strong.
He's strong without it.
Do we want to roll for the follow those tracks again?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'd like to make a survival check to
Okay.
get back on the path.
You got it. Oh, you got it.
You
got the...
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Amazing.
Hell
39.
Beautiful.
All right.
That's hot.
In that case, you find the trail immediately, and you follow it with extreme ease. In fact, you are able to piece together a little bit more information about this trail as it goes. You realize that this is about 20 people, and they had a single captive.
Oh, what
Oh.
the... Oh.
Yeah, the captive that they had with them were smaller shoes, or no shoes, perhaps. You realize that, no, those are footprints, and they're about the size of a halfling's foot. This appears to be the very same group that captured Mark II.
So let's rearrange the group like we had at the beginning, where we look like
Yep.
captors and such.
All right.
You-
So
And then we'll
you continue on. You continue on, and then until this thing eventually reaches a tunnel that is oddly ornate. There's carvings on this tunnel, different strange symbols that look like weird geometric patterns and fractal-like patterns that spin out and change shape as they go, looking almost like inverted trees. You follow this tunnel for some time, and then as you turn the last bend in this tunnel, you see it opens up into another massive cave room, impossibly large, spanning a vast distance before you. Sitting in this enormous space is an entire city, illuminated in glowing purples and reds. Tall spires and angular architecture dominate the skyline of this place, making it look almost like the stalagmites arranged around a column near the center of the city. Arcs of multicolored energy appear and vanish like electricity between the taller buildings, ever shifting and adding to the alien look of this place. The massive central column glows with a constant red light, and even from here you can feel radiant heat coming off of it. Some of you have heard of this place and perhaps thought its existence was a fable, or that its grandeur was played up to scare children into behaving at night. But upon seeing it laid out before you, it is unmistakable. This is the capital of the Dark Elves, Mythalian.
Well, we're here.
You see this massive city stretching before you, and there is a gate to enter it proper. There is a wall around it as well. It doesn't quite fill the entire cavern, but it does fill most of it. But there is a wall with towers across it, and a gate that lies before you.
Doesn't look like it's going to be easy to get into.
Is this the city my mother came from?
I don't know, you tell us.
Yeah, there are other
I
cities.
can't imagine a place more unlike her, but this has to be it.
More and more reasons why she left, you know?
I suppose it's just a shock. This is my mother.
No, this is a city.
But no, I mean, but I suppose.
Your mother is a city?
Let's figure out how to get past that gate.
Well, I mean, we
Sneak
could
around?
go sneak. We could fly, maybe.
You can fly.
I mean, there's Archie.
I actually.
Wait, can Archie fly now?
I can
She's
make
really
him fly.
I feel like they'd say us for sure.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
We're going to try and bluff our way through this.
That seems problematic.
Yes, to say the least. If we look like we don't know where we're going, our bluff is going to get worse and worse if we're just meandering around the city. And if we ask where the fucking library is, that's gonna get worse too.
Shit, we need to find the library.
Yeah. Well, I think it's library. He was doing books, you know? Not like doing books, but like he was, books. That didn't sound actually better. He was,
What was he doing?
He was putting books in the thingies, the shelves, the bookshelves. There we go. Language.
At least he's safe enough there, in comparison to wherever else they typically put people, I guess.
From our vantage point, Beardy, can we see people coming and going through the gate? Is there sort of a regular stream
Yes,
of people?
in fact, yes, you absolutely can. From your vantage point, you're looking down on the city from sort of a higher elevation, and what you can see is the city is actually fully encircled by a wall, but on the outside of the wall, there appears to be a lot of city beyond that, right? So the wall almost looks like an inner wall than it is an outer wall. There appear to be a slum or hovels all around this place. So it does appear that there's quite a lot of activity going in and out of the city walls. It reminds you a bit of it reminds you a bit of Hartenshin, actually.
Oh, okay.
as far as like the overall layout of the place, because it has a wall, but there's a lot of city outside that. There's a lot of slums and smaller districts.
I mean, I haven't been there.
No.
Yeah.
But it reminds you of many large cities you've ever seen in your life,
Makes sense.
where they have a wall, but then they continue to grow. So just people just started building outside the wall, and that was just the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
It strikes me if we head down there, we're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Or at least you two aren't, but the minute you open your mouths, we're likely to get given away, so maybe we can grab one of the locals and interrogate them, get some answers out of them, and figure out how, get from them how we might pass a little bit better,
We're just going to kidnap and interrogate someone?
I mean, they do it all the time, except for they kill them, normally.
I wasn't suggesting we kill them. I mean, rough them up a little bit, intimidate them, figure out how to pass for locals, ask where the library is so we know where we're going, and then, I don't know, kill them. I'm kidding, we're not gonna fucking kill anyone. We can tie them up and leave them somewhere and they'll be fine, right?
I mean, I don't know, it seems...
There are no good options here, there are just less shitty options, we've got to find the less shitty one.
Listen, the place they're going to be asking the most questions is going to be at that wall. If we can bypass the wall, we at least have a chance of pulling off this disguise of prisoners being escorted somewhere.
I mean, I can go all under it, so we got one person down.
Yes, we know you're
I
fine.
thought that was plan B.
Well, we still have to get through.
Yeah,
How are we otherwise going to get you through the city?
No, it
Lovette?
makes sense. I need to... Yeah, I'll go into the place now.
Kurla's now lost in thought. Shitty option. Kurla's now staring at the outer wall, looking for from this distance, can we see grates? Can we see any sort of water source flowing into or out of that part of the city?
no, there are no rivers or water sources that are visible.
Damn,
in the
so
city at all.
nothing, no sewage.
No, if there is sewage, it's either handled magically or it's fully dealt with subterraneously.
So much for the shitty option. When in doubt, go for the sewers. But not in Mythilian. Damn.
So, with this wall, is there a portion that is closer to, like, denser city and one that is more rural? Is it all slums on the outside?
It's mostly slums on the outside, yeah. They do appear to be, like, the slums are actually in different styles, oddly enough. Like, some of the buildings the buildings generally are built in a certain way in a certain place and a different way in another place. It makes you think that perhaps they're ghettos of different races.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
So I can get through the gate. It would be kind of noticeable, so it's a plan B, but Malefar's gift to me, I should be able to walk right through it if I have to.
Also, can you see into the city at all, Lovette?
Everything's very dark, so...
Well, that central column's illuminating quite a bit of the town, though.
I can
teleport.
Okay.
I was thinking about that, but I think that they might have... That might not be a good idea.
Probably not, but we have to get past this wall.
Yeah.
So...
Can we see in that slum area that there are many different races represented?
Yes, you can.
We can see that.
There are at least 4 distinct different slums.
Okay.
Can I hold my crossbow for a moment?
Vera.
I guess I probably have it again. I thought we were back to the
Yeah.
original setup, but in that case,
Yeah,
We were,
Yes,
but
you're right.
I figured we kind of been holding off, kind of surveying the area.
I'm going to
Anyways,
look down my scope to investigate these things a little more clearly.
Okay, give me a perception check, please.
You got it. That is a 19. Ugh.
Okay, it's not very good, but you are able to see the closest one to you. You're able to get a decent view of it. And you see that it's populated by stout-looking people. They stand about 3.5 to 4.5 feet tall, and they're pretty much as wide as they are tall. You would recognize them as dwarves.
Okay, there's a dwarf sector and the other ones. Well, maybe you can see better.
I'll pass it over to Vera again.
And I can see this?
Mm-hmm.
This dwarf section?
Yeah,
And
you
again-
see the dwarf section. It's the closest slums to you.
Okay.
The houses there are all sort of stout and short, just like the people living in them. Made
Well,
of sturdy stone.
If you focus on this, do you think you could teleport us there?
I might, but a city this big, they might they might have protection against that. Either keep us from going in or to notify them if we do.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I can try, and we could get help, but I can't promise that it wouldn't screw up, but the chances are low.
Beardy, what knowledge would we need to know about the Dark Elves and their slaving, and exactly how they tend to identify their slaves?
Well, knowledge history would tell you about Dark Elves and their slaving. What do you mean identify their slaves?
How they might mark their slaves or dress up their slaves to identify them as slaves that could, that are able to pass from one area to another.
Give me a knowledge history if you have it.
Mind if I get on that too?
Sure.
Oof, that's 14 from Kurla.
27 from Riz.
And 26 from Lovette.
Okay. You know that Kurla, you're not entirely sure, but Risen and Lovette, you both know that Dark Elves would typically brand their slaves with a brand on the back of their neck.
Yeah, let's not do that one.
Would that just identify them as slaves, or would that enable them to sort of pass from one area to the other because they are recognized as belonging to one family or another? And
yeah, essentially, yeah,
Okay.
they would be considered property of that family, and that family could,
send them
would
on errands.
often give them errands, so they would have free movement in certain places. Yeah.
Okay.
To
When
an
looking
extent,
at
yeah.
Marcus when he was curled up, did he have a marking on his neck?
No brand.
Okay. Huh.
Well,
That's
well, I think
weird.
about
Well,
I'm thinking maybe teleporting in might be the best idea after all.
wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe if we bring you up there and tell them that we found a half dark elf, they'll take interest, or they might kill you on the spot.
Yeah, they might have the wrong kind of interest.
You know, what, let's try teleporting.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. So
Hmm.
you want to teleport into the
Where?
slums or into the wall?
So
What are we doing?
Into
Where
the
are we
slums.
teleporting
The
to?
Dwarven slums. If I
Why the
recall.
Dwarven slums?
It's just the one that
into
we
the
get
slums?
closest to
Okay.
us.
well, we could just
I mean,
walk
technically
there.
the Dwarven slums are the closest to you. You could just walk to them.
Yeah, I
I
thought we
they
could
were
see.
inside the wall.
Are we able to see over the wall?
No, the slums. All of the slums are outside of the wall.
No. Yeah. Are we able to?
So you could walk into any of the
No,
slums if
I-
you wanted to.
I had asked before if it was like slums and then wall before. That's
Sorry,
what I
I,
was wondering.
I must have misunderstood your question. Yeah, it's slums, then wall, then Dark Elf City.
Okay.
Are we able to see any of the city?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you can see the city.
Well,
from
then
here.
I'll just try and bypass the wall.
Okay, so you can see
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? You got any better
five
ideas?
distinct. There are 5 distinct sections of city inside the wall.
Wait. Okay. Let's go to the slum and ask where the library is, if anyone knows, and then we'll teleport.
Okay. Should you
I
two
think-
do that and we keep what I'll copy it. I don't think we should
We have to
split
tie
up.
you up again.
Yeah, but we shouldn't split up.
Alright.
I agree, a little bit of reconnaissance would be a good idea, and we might be able to figure out how to pass as, belonging better to make it into the main part of the city without much trouble.
Vera, you had some, glowing mushroom shit?
Not anymore.
Ah, fuck. I was gonna put it on my clothes.
Just kind of, and I switch it around. It's just this murky, brownish,
Yeah, that's the
kind of rot-looking thing.
Alright. Stay in your disguise. I got the ropes. Petravian, did you hear all of that? Talking to the ground.
One more thing. Can you take this if we're going in? Oh wait, no, we're not. I'll wait. I'll wait till we go to the gate.
No, I'll take it now, and I'll take the crossbow.
Oh, I guess that too.
I'm not taking your gauntlet.
No, she had something else she's going to give over, but I guess we're not going to take it. She'll wait.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's Archie?
No, I think I probably still handed over Archie to Riz when we originally were going to tie it up and everything.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to get information and head towards the slums.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So you walk down from this inclined area at the top of this whole cavern. You walk down this sort of sloped hill that has multiple switchbacks on it. And the further down you get, the more ornately carved everything is. There's pillars and waystones along the way showing various scenes. I think I'll put it, is how I'll explain it. Imagine a square pillar, and on each side of it are reliefs of dark elves doing various horrible things to other races. You see pictures or carvings of towns being burnt. There's pictures of people being whipped. There's like mass graves on some of them. Other ones show like people fighting each other, and then above them are dark elves laughing. So there's all sorts of lovely things on your way down.
Huh.
It appears that they might have made these specifically to scare new slaves as they come into the city.
Wonderful.
Or maybe just as a way to spice up the path. But you arrive at the outskirts of the slums on the southern end of the town. They appear to all be dwarven slums. The houses are small, but still well put together from the garbage materials they had to work with. Pockets of dwarves dot the streets here and there, and some of them eye you suspiciously as you head toward this area.
Yeah, Riz is just walking with purpose, kind of taking what they just saw from that imagery. Was there any writing on there, by the way?
No, it was all pictures actually.
Okay.
Any pictures of libraries?
Yeah.
Book this way.
No library pictures.
Trying to look haughty and like I'm better than everyone, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Tugging on the rope slightly to make it seem like I'm an asshole.
Kurla has kind of picked up on that, I think, and their eye is twitching a little bit as they get tugged on, but they're also kind of hunched over and looking downcast, looking sort of as beaten and miserable as possible, which isn't that much of a stretch for Kurla.
And I think what we'll look for as we go through the actual like slum portion stuff is we'll try to find someone who's like actively like cowers away like into their house or something.
Yeah. We'll try to bully that person then.
That's horrible.
That's good.
It's good. It keeps our atmosphere right.
No, because then it means it's the person who doesn't trust or isn't in with the dark elves in any sense. They're just like, I'm here because I'm terrified.
Yeah, but even still, they're gonna have to tell us one way or the other.
Yes. I just wanted it to sound nicer.
Sure. So as you're walking down the street, lots of folks are going to like dart into their hovels away from you. So you just want to go to the first one that does that, or is there
if
any
it's
particular...
in like grabbing reach, if I can like grab someone's shirt or something. And
Oh,
bring
no
them
one's
close.
no one gets that. No one lets you get that close.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go in, and maybe like the second like hovel over.
Sure. No, there are folks that will not duck away. Like there are folks that are like sitting on the, for lack of a better term, their porch, and they'll sit there smoking, like watching you, with sort of a suspicious eye as you go by.
Smoke.
So I mean, there are people that aren't going to be darting away.
That's fine. Well,
But
I
just
think
let
we
you know.
want.
We're going after the people going in their houses.
Yep.
But yeah, they most of them kind of give you guys a wide berth.
So I think what will happen is like the second hovel.
Okay.
Vera will approach it and it's going to knock on the door, like just slam into it. Boom, boom, boom.
The door pops open.
Move aside.
Inside, you see a pair of dwarves, male and female. They're holding hands, and they're both like looking up at you fearfully.
Move now.
Where do you need us to move?
In. And
They look
Rizzles
at
just
you.
start walking in.
Yep. These poor
I'm
folk.
so sorry.
They look at you confused, as like they're like in the back of the hovel. Like,
Oh, sorry. I thought they were at the door.
Yeah.
no, you guys knocked the door in.
Oh, no, we
No.
were knocking on the door.
Yeah, and then the door collapsed inward.
Oh,
really?
Jesus. You didn't describe that. Okay.
Yeah. Whoops. You didn't tell us that happened.
Yeah, I thought I said the door popped open.
Yeah, that means opens.
Yeah, that doesn't mean we broke it. Jesus. Okay.
All right.
Just walk up to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the door back up.
Yeah.
You prop the door back into place.
Listen here.
They look at you both confused. Should we know you?
No. How much information do you have on the inner circle?
What's that?
Where we live?
Pardon me for speaking out of turn, but we live here in the Slags.
Yeah. Yeah. How much do you know about where we live?
I know the Slags pretty well. I've lived here most of my life. Wouldn't you too?
Okay, that's what that just looks at Vera.
I guess I've never seen you here before. Are you new? Do you need a place to stay?
Vera will go out of their disguise.
We need information on the library. Is there a library inside the city?
They both like watch this dark elf turn into a half elf, and they're like, they both essentially shit a brick.
I hold their
shouldn't-
mouths shut.
We shouldn't be talking to you.
But you're going to be.
Okay.
Right now.
Wait, okay. This is not a good way to keep a low profile.
What, was Lovette in there too?
I assumed I was being
I assume
tagged along.
everybody is.
Yeah,
oh
I
shit,
kind
everybody's in there.
of brought. Yeah.
Oh, the hovel's not big enough to fit everybody.
Fuck. Okay. Well, you gotta describe these things, Beardy.
I thought I was told that only 2 people were going in.
No, I said we were going in.
I'm probably
As
just.
in
I mean,
all
I
of
could
us.
be standing outside. I just imagine I'd still be in earshot if it's not that large.
Okay.
I assumed it would be weird if we kept the 2 supposed prisoners
Just unattended.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's lots of prisoners unattended here. Every one of these people's an unattended prisoner.
Are they?
Yeah.
If we're in the slums, kind of.
So they don't have brands?
These people do, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Listen, the longer we're in here, the more likely you're going to get in trouble.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
It doesn't matter. Also, why are you here?
I've lived here most of my life.
You were born
isn't
here?
it horrible?
He shrugs. I mean, it's better than some.
Regardless, do you know anything about a library inside the city?
Shakes his head no. Don't often go inside the ring much.
Do you know anyone who does?
Maybe the house workers, but they're mostly over in Lightreach.
Lightreach?
He nods, points. Other side of the city. You'd want to go all the way around. They keep most of the surfacers there, if you can. Most of the folks on this side in the slags, we work the quarries.
Well, what about...
Never been in a library before. That's the place they keep all the books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Never learned to read.
We had a thing come through here recently.
What's that mean?
It's a halfling. A small halfling came through here. Maybe about a week ago. Did you see it?
Don't see many of their kind.
Yeah. Did you see the one that came in? Weird,
Yeah.
short, little long brown hair.
A couple days ago,
Uh-huh.
group of 20.
Yeah. That sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Saw him, sure.
Go straight through
What?
the gates over here?
Nods.
Okay.
Yeah. Went
What?
inside.
Why are you laughing?
I just realized that they see you as a dwarf, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were saying where we live. And they're like,
Yeah, where we live.
here.
Yeah.
We live here. Yeah. That's why he was so
Look,
freaking
buddy.
confused. He's like, why is a dwarf telling me what?
I'm a very angry dwarf, apparently, okay?
Yeah.
So the people in Lightreach know more about the city, is that correct?
Mostly, a lot of them work inside in the houses. Well, mostly. I mean, some of them work quarries too, but...
Are there any
mean-
other ways around the wall that you know of?
He shakes his head no. And I wouldn't go looking if I were you. Though,
Eyes everywhere.
he shrugs. Just magics, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
But you're from the surface?
Mm-hmm.
And you got weapons and armor and all that?
I look down.
Yeah?
Got a stick.
You got gold to spend?
Who's asking?
Just that folk like you come down here sometimes to buy and sell?
Sell what?
Whatever it is that the Dark Elves want, I guess.
What do they normally want?
Bits and bobs from the surface, things they can't get themselves. I don't much understand the trade. I just know that folk come in here from time to time and they're given these things. He snaps his fingers trying to figure out what the word is. Like, a thing. I never learned to do it, but it's, you have a thing and you put marks on it. He holds his hand out and drags his finger across it.
A contract, PayPal.
Yeah, that. They give you one of those and it lets you in the city.
Who gives them?
Yeah, where do traders come in to the...
The gate.
They just
This one right here?
He points toward the main gate.
they'll write us a new one now.
Wait, is it just really fucking easy to get in the gate?
He shrugs. Like I said, I see some traders come in here from time to time. Folks from the surface like you.
They look like us normally?
Maybe a little rougher than you.
What do you think, Vera? Just immediately switch vocals.
Well, what do you mean by magics?
when Dark Elves make a thing, they don't just make it, they enchant it, if you can. They make it stronger with magic. So there's spells weaved into that wall that I wouldn't want any part of. Likely curse you if you touched it. He makes a warding gesture with his hand.
Riz kind of shrugs at the curse thing. Like, another one on the block.
Well, I like this idea better than the slave thing.
I mean, yeah. Yes, better. Shit.
Well, should we look rougher?
Fine.
I think, honestly, if we have Alchi with us, he doesn't have to stay balled up, because if he's here, I think that he'd kind of get across that we have interesting stuff to sell.
That's true. It might intrigue them, and maybe if they think that they might be able to buy Archie.
Yeah, just don't let them know that we're tricking them.
I'm not selling anyone Alchi, but, you know.
Of course you're not. But if they think that maybe there's a chance.
Riz just looks at the dwarves. If you
blink.
tell anyone, we'll kill you.
Oh,
They
definitely.
nod.
Okay, good. You know the standard around here.
Well, shall we try it?
They say snitches get stitches.
We have nothing... We have everything to lose, but we have nothing else at the moment.
I look at Kurla.
Kurla just sort of shrugs and says, right, we're gonna have to go for it.
You could do
Right.
tough looking. I mean, you and Petra and Vera.
Kurla just holds up their hands, which is still kind of semi-bound in the rope for the whole pretending to be a slave thing. This is not the roughest look I've ever had. We gonna commit to the whole, being the rough and tumble traders then, or are we still doing the slave thing? Because time's a wasting here and that halfling's not gonna live much longer, right?
Yes, please.
Let's do traders.
Alright.
We don't have a set story for prisoners. So I'm gonna gently open up this door
Mm-hmm.
and everyone go out, and then gently close it so that it doesn't fall over.
All right.
And then we'll head towards the gate.
Yeah.
Cool. You look down the
Goddamn.
street. You look down the street and you see the main gate to get into this place. It is tall, angular, covered in spiky crenellation constructions, and it is flanked by your first glimpse of the Dark Elves down here. These people stand on either side of the city gate, and they're taller than you might at first expect, between 6'8" and 7'2".
Whoa.
They wear black carapaced armor with a matte finish, silver highlights on the plates, and a green light that seems to emanate under each seam of their plate armor.
Men?
It's a mix, actually.
Oh, that's odd.
Petravian kind of peeks his head out of the ground and is like, why are we heading to the gate?
Oh,
I motion up.
Yeah, just
I'll
Petravian.
deploy
Give up.
Archie as well.
I thought you could hear.
No.
Oh.
I'm underground.
I legit don't know how your work works.
Yeah, he can't see or hear or do anything. Like he just goes in a direction.
Like a diglet.
Pretty much, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
like
much.
a diglet.
Alright.
And Petravian's like, oh, okay.
Just keep quiet and follow what we're doing.
I
We're
can do
just
that.
traders.
With a D, not a T.
Yes, that one.
Ah, yeah.
No, shh.
Kurla is...
Walk up to the gate.
As we
What's
walk
up?
over, Kurla is going to very quietly be mumbling under their breath and fiddling with their hands. And, Beardy, how much attention would it draw if I cast Eagle's Splendor on myself?
I mean, it'd be, like I said, any time you cast a spell, there's light and sound involved, so it's obvious you're using magic.
Yeah.
Alright, then I won't.
All right. So you see these Dark Elf guards flanking the city gate. There's a couple of them up. Well, more than a couple. There's a squad of them flanking the gate. They're wearing this black carapaced armor. Sort of glows green under the plates, so you get the sense that it's quite magical. The weapons they're wielding are spears, and the spear tips themselves have a faint purple light emanating off of the spear tip. So you get the sense that they're also quite enchanted. And your group is approaching them. What would you like to do?
Just my hand a little bit. I'm not going to move in front of the group because I do think it's probably smart to lead with the Dark Elves. Is Vera back in her normal form, or is she...
I am back in my normal form because otherwise they find it weird that a dark elf was wanting to get in as a trader, I assume.
I mean, it could be their
Riz
guide.
is going to have that issue regardless, but most likely.
We'll see.
I mean, Vera could be the air quotes guide into the city.
Vera's not good at lying.
Yeah.
Oh, no, fair enough, fair enough.
Riz is better at lying. Well, Lovette will stand like slightly behind Riz then. Let them take the lead, but she's a little more confident now because talking business is something she knows how to do at least.
So, once we get up close enough, Riz will kind of bow their head politely to the others and just say, "Here for trade."
One of the guards will walk up. This one's not wearing a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
She stands 6'10" and carries instead of a spear, she has what appears to be a two-handed sword that she is currently has resting on, the tip of it resting on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you. Trade, eh?
Yes.
You don't look like you're carrying very many goods.
Riz will kind of glance back at Lovette.
Okay, well, I don't know if we said that Archie's deployed at this point. We cannot canonize that, but if he's not, then...
You said that you were.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Archie's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the goods that we bring come in those packages.
Interesting. So you're dealing in clockworks from the Gnomish lands?
Correct.
I suppose there's room for antiques here.
Oh, shit.
Yup.
Riz is just keeping a straight face. Looks almost bored.
And what exactly are you doing traveling with these people? They say that to Riz.
Oh no.
They are a guide.
I hope you're charging them decent coin, at least.
You know it. I always charge the best.
How many days will you be staying?
Glances over at the others and just crosses their arms as if they're annoyed with you all.
Oh, the 2 at the most.
Have you arranged for rooms for the evening already?
We're going to meet someone about that.
She rolls her eyes.
Riz just looks like they're rubbing their temples in response.
Fine. From here, go straight north. You'll find the Bazaar. To the west of the Bazaar, in the gates of the Citadel of Payne, you'll find a great deal of accommodation housing. Don't overstay your welcome. Follow all the rules posted in the city, and there will be no trouble. If you start trouble, you'll be killed or enslaved. Do you understand these terms?
Oh, very much so. Of course. They're very reasonable.
She takes out a piece of paper, will take out a small writing device, write something down on it, and then hand the stiff piece of paper to Riz.
Skull.
Okay, I don't think I can use this for the spell, but I can at least inspect it.
Mhm.
What does it say?
It is a writ of entry and passage to be granted for mercantile purposes that expires in 2 days as dated on this piece of paper.
It's a permit?
It's a permit.
Oh,
yes.
awesome. So Rose will kind of roll it up, put it in their cloak, nod. Alright, come on. Just looks at everyone else, just completely annoyed.
The gate, which was currently closed, is going to... I think the best way to explain it is it's going to whoosh open.
Uh-huh.
Like the doors actually retract and they go left and right.
Ooh.
They sort of retract into the wall. Sort of like a door on Star Trek, right? It sort of slides in to the left and right, and it makes no sound at all.
That's upsetting.
Yeah,
it's a massive metal gate on top of so it's not even like a stone gate, it's metal, and it just whooshes in and makes no noise.
Riz will start walking ahead, kind of turn back slightly as if they're expecting you to all walk as well.
Yeah, and I'll be walking with my staff as if it was just like a walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
Kurla will
to
follow
Thalia.
along.
We're doing it, guys!
Yay!
Jeez Louise.
Oh, shit. Wow.
It's a big one. Alright, so you just entered through the slags, and you are at the main entrance here in the southern part of the town. This red circle to the northeast is the column that emits light and heat for the city. North of that is the Bazaar, which is the large mercantile area. It's a collection of tents and alleyways of people selling and trading various items. To the west of that is the Citadel of Payne, which is this enormous castle-looking structure that's inside another wall. On the other side of the Bazaar, from the Citadel of Payne, is a massive arena. On the east side of the town The buildings are smaller. The west side of town, the buildings are larger and taller and more impressive looking. And then all around the town are slums. All on the outside of the walls are slums. So this is Mythalion. The streets are lit with purple and green light that are like on the tops of essentially light posts, but they glow with magic lighting.
Right. That's going better than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
The people here look down their noses at you as you enter.
Oh, rude.
As citizens move this way and that.
That's better than I was expecting. They haven't laughed at me yet.
Yeah, well, we're gonna follow the guidelines that the guards gave us on where to go for now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Riz is
they
kind of
said
gonna be watching. They said there was like rules everywhere.
Mm-hmm. There are posted rules. Yes.
Okay, are there any sort of direction rules, like where this thing is or where this thing is? Anywhere?
No, there's not like a city directory here,
Okay.
but there is like a posted, like essentially commandments, like, you know, never
rules.
never cause harm to to a master, never, essentially like behave, stay in line, only be where you're supposed to be, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Could any of those be used for that spell?
I have
all you need.
permit. I don't think it disintegrates it.
No, it doesn't use it up.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
just
the
need
permit
it
can be
as
used.
Yeah, you just need it as a focus.
Okay.
So pretty much once we get to an area that no one's gonna see me using magic, I'll be doing it, but I don't want to do it out in the open.
Sure.
Because as we've learned, magic do shit.
And I'll keep an eye out for a library.
Or at least a sign.
Yeah, as well.
As long as it's not a private quarter, a private collection.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep.
There might
Plenty
be
of those in
but
the city.
Might as well look.
Didn't say you shouldn't.
If I look up, what does the cavern top look like?
From there, you look up and you see stalactites in the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
with various amounts of bioluminescent fungus in
Okay.
certain places, and then sort of over top of the middle of the city, kind of above the Citadel of Payne,
Mm-hmm.
is a shadow. So
Alright.
that's a pure spot of darkness above the city. There is no light there, and you have no idea what it could be, but it's just pure darkness above the Citadel of Payne.
Riz kind of stares at it for a little too long and then just kind of ducks their head a little bit. Adjusts
You stare
their
at
cloak.
it. You stare at it, and you get what I would best describe as an itching sensation behind your eyes.
I just look down immediately.
Everything okay?
Just keep your heads down.
No, I forget. What does that one location spell that you have do?
Oh, which one?
Is it next of kin or something like that?
Yeah, I have next of kin. Discern next of kin, but I don't know if that's gonna work for Marcus.
Well, I'm just wondering what's the definition for what that works on.
Okay. You can scan the thoughts of one individual and learn the names and locations of the target's living relatives, as well as the attitude of the target towards those relatives, and vice versa. You learn about one relative per round you concentrate on the target. For example, you might learn the target's father's name is Jarn, and the father lives in a nearby farm, and the target and his father don't get along.
So here's the question: Lovette created Mark II.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that make
Yeah.
Lovette Mark
Marcus's
II's
mom?
Ah.
I
Is
like
it weird that my
thinking.
brain said Marcus's dad or Marcus's father?
Clever.
Well,
Depends on what Lovette identifies as, I guess?
It's more about the relationship between her and the construct than about her personal identity. But I guess
Okay.
either way.
So, Beardy.
How much can we bullshit this?
I believe
I would
the
think that we're
operative
just gonna
term
cast it and
is
find out.
the operative term is living relative,
Oh.
Oh
shit.
and I don't consider Mark II to be a living creature.
I mean, either for that case.
Yeah,
What's new?
Although,
Oh.
darn, there goes the excuse.
I mean, scrying will only get me to see, like, how dead he is, pretty much, not his exact location.
Yeah.
So here's my thoughts. Are we should go through like the bazaar, try to find some libraries.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, should we just be in a corner and I'll just RP this?
Yeah, like, we'll kind of chill at a corner as Ruz is just kind of looking pissed off constantly.
All right. Well, obviously, first let's check through the bazaar, see if we can find any information about any libraries, and maybe private collectors that might be interested in anything. I might have some god blood for interested parties.
Okay. Whatever will work.
Alright. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to start. I should have kept something from him if when I built him I could have used the compass.
Okay, so what Vera's going to do, maybe we should like split into pairs. Maybe Vera and Petra will go to the bazaar and stuff, and just ask around. Actually, we should all just ask around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna try and look for that place for a room tonight, so we look least suspicious, since that's where they kind of directed us to go for a room.
Plus, there might be a rule about being out after dark.
I don't... I'm trying to carefully study these rules here.
Oh, well, in that case, what are the rules?
Yeah,
what are the rules?
Well, I mean, I think I went over most of it. It's basically just, you don't go where you're not allowed to be.
Fuck around and find out, basically.
Essentially, never cause problems to anyone that lives here. Always know your place. Any harm you visit on someone will be returned to you in spades. Shit like that. Like, just don't fuck around is kind of the general idea of it.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty draconian as far as like how they have the rules set up. Like, if you do anything, we will just end you. So it's meant to inspire fear.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything about this is meant to inspire fear.
It's working.
Anybody here.
Consider me inspired.
So you guys can head north, and you get in the avenue there between the Citadel of Payne and the arena.
Yeah.
Right in the center of the bazaar. And there you see a number of houses inn houses, I suppose. Inns. Places to stay. They may also have food options in them as well, but the one there on the corner is called... See, this is the problem. I didn't prep this bit in advance. I should have gotten the tavern name. Ah, okay. It's called the Underweb.
Could have been the dark web. Just saying.
No. We're not going there.
Riz will just kind of nudge the door open and then beckon their head for everyone to get in.
Kurla follows very quickly.
Follow along as well.
All right. Well,
likewise.
Inside there, you find a rather nice-looking inn. It's well appointed. There's the same sort of architecture style inside as there is outside, in that there's a lot of running lights that sort of are sort of a through line of their architecture style. So there's essentially green neon lighting in a lot of places in here, giving it kind of an interesting glow to the way the light plays across this place. And this particular place almost has the feel of a lounge. There's not tables and chairs necessarily. There's sort of cushions you would lay across, with shorter tables in front of these banks of cushions. So you would be expected to recline for this.
This is Grem asking, not so much Lovette. Are there hookahs at these tables?
No, yeah, I'm going to say there's not hookahs.
Okay. I was getting that vibe.
Yeah, it is similar to like a hookah lounge, but it's mostly, it definitely inspires ideas and thoughts of like hedonism. These people like just lay about and eat and drink. So there probably is some drug use as well, but you don't see any hookahs at least.
Seems a little more livable than the caverns. Now I'm wondering why someone would leave. And I mean, the violence part is not quite the slavery.
Right, I think the slavery might be a bit of a problem, yeah.
Also no sun.
A dark elf lady will walk up to you. She's wearing a elaborate gown that sort of flows off of her body. It's red with gold trim in different places, and it has a deep cut in the front, and it trails down but then stops just above the ground. It looks to be made of probably spider silk weaved together. Her hair's done up in like a tight, almost like a bun sort of ponytail. And sort of it's a braided bun, I think is how I'll probably put it, in the back. Anyway, a couple sprigs coming out the front that sort of twist down. She looks at you with a flat expression with a sort of a painted on smile. Welcome to the Underweb. Will you be staying with us?
Looks at Lovette.
Yes, I believe so. How much would it be for room?
Aren't you a curious thing?
Am I?
I should say so. She taps her chin twice in a over-exaggerated gesture. No. Friend, you will stay here for free. As long as you tell me your story.
Riz glances up at this person very suspiciously.
Which story?
About your upbringing. I'd be keen to know your parentage.
I'd also pay with money, if that's okay.
Suit yourself, I suppose, if you wish to pay coin. I'll take 100 gold pieces then.
Oh my god.
So, is that just for the room, or is that what's included with that?
Wow. Oh.
She begins to look a little annoyed at you.
I'm just asking. I'm not.
That would just be for the room.
That's just for
rubbing
the
their
room.
temple.
Oh, well, I mean, normal gnomish upbringing. Kind of didn't really know my parents that well. They kind of left
Just
me those
pay her
alone.
already.
Okay, fine.
She holds her hand out.
What language are they speaking, Beardy?
Dark Elvish. Well, Elvish.
Okay.
But it's with a Dark Elven dialect and accent.
So, can Kurla understand that?
Can Kurla speak Elvish?
Killers can speak Elvish, yeah. Obviously, I didn't take
Yeah,
the
then-
honey, but I've got Elvish, so I can assume.
Yeah, if you have Elvish,
follow
yeah,
it pretty closely.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you might have to take like an extra second to be like, wait a minute. Oh, that's what that means. But yeah.
If you don't drink the honey, how are you gonna get onto Haley's Comet?
Jesus.
Haley's Comet?
Is that it? No, what is it?
That's a thing, right?
That's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking it up.
That's a real thing.
So go ahead and deduct 100 gold off your character sheet.
Okay.
And you pay her. She takes the gold, weighs it in her hand, says, I am Lady Fenore. If you require anything else, you may find me here. Your room is upstairs, first on the left, and she hands you a key. It's a purple shard of crystal.
They fucking have shards as key cards. That's so cool. Sorry, I got excited.
Thank you, Lady Fenore. Guess what?
If you change your mind, little one, I would give you a reimbursement, and perhaps I may even reward you. But suit yourself if you do not wish to divulge your secrets.
I'll give it some thought. We'll be here for a couple of nights.
The 100 gold was for the first night. If you wish to stay an additional night, I would require more money.
You can put that on my tab.
We'll take care of it later, shall we?
We'll take care of it on checkout.
Well, are you gonna go sell in the bazaar or what?
She looks to the rest of you and kind of looks person to person and doesn't find the rest of you nearly as interesting.
Fair.
Yeah.
Hurtful, but fair.
I'm just trying to blend in properly. You wanted to set your stuff down in your room first before you went to the bazaar, right? Just looking at Lovette, like, I need to use my spell. Come on, bro.
Yes, of course.
Okay. The lot of you head upstairs, go to the first room on the left, and you place your purple crystal key thing next to the door, and it will disappear. Like the door itself dissolves, leaving an open archway.
Alright, go in. Wait for door to close on own?
Okay. There's a rune on the inside of the door.
This
on the
is
inside
so
of the rune,
cool.
there's a rune beside the door that looks like you could touch it to activate it.
It's fucking like a Disney magic band. Shit.
Except for instead of joy and wonder, it's spiders and slavery.
And maybe donuts.
I mean,
Donuts?
Definitely
there's,
donuts.
there's a fair amount of those with Disney as well. You just don't, they're not up front and center.
Okay, so once we close the door, Riz is gonna take out the permit and use that language to do cultural adaptation.
Okay. You cast Cultural Adaptation. Go ahead and drop the spell there.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
All right.
Jump on bed, shoes off. That's always the first steps.
You know we're going back outside, right?
Oh, right, I'm sorry. I just got so comfortable.
Your body language and gestures will now mark you as a native of the culture.
Perfect.
This will grant you a +2 bonus on diplomacy checks and +2 bonuses on disguise checks to pass yourself off as a member of this culture.
Perfect. Alright.
It will last for 140 minutes.
Okay. So, I know we as players know that it's not going to work for Marcus, but does that hurt if we try to roleplay that spell out at all? And just see that it doesn't work?
Yeah, I mean, if you think it would work, you go ahead and cast it.
I think Riz would think it would work, at least. Because they don't know how Mark II, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Lovette, I've got a couple of ideas on how to find him from here. Give me your
yeah,
hands. I'll try
Malchus.
my best.
Right.
Yeah, the reason we're here?
Yes, I know. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. We all are. Anyway, what's your idea?
Just give me your goddamn hands.
Okay. The meat ones or the other? Okay, yeah.
Your meat ones! God. Also, sorry I've been super mean since we got here. I feel like that's the atmosphere I need to go for, so...
Oh, it's
Aren't
okay.
you normally mean?
I didn't really
What?
notice.
Yeah, I didn't really notice a difference. Okay.
I wasn't saying that. No, wait, what?
Just a mile-long stare into the distance.
Petravian put words in my mouth. That's not correct. That's not what I was implying. I was just... It was
That's
fine.
what I'm inferring, but okay.
Yeah, that's what him and Vera are both implying, but give me your meat hands.
The
Come
clock is ticking here. Could we maybe get on with it?
And they'll cast Discern Next of Kin and try to focus on what they think Marcus is. Just from scrying on him so much, they're going to try to concentrate on looking for him through Discern Next of Kin. Figure out location that way.
Sure. So you discern next of kin, and you find the first thing that pops up is the mother.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Did you want to just skip by that one?
I mean, does it use up the spell?
No.
Okay, sure. Like, I'll fucking look at all of Lovette's fucking history. Like,
Okay.
fucking browser history right now.
Okay. Well, in that case, you see Lilith, and what the question here is, what is the attitude that Lovette has toward Lilith?
I mean, loving, positive, but kind of sad. Thinking about her just kind of makes her sad.
Mm-hmm. And then the vice versa, as you can now see Lilith's attitude toward Lovette.
Which is?
Pure hatred.
Yeah, hardy har.
I'm kidding.
Supreme disappointment.
No. Love and hope.
Aww.
That's adorable.
Alright, keep going. If there's nothing interesting there.
You push past that.
Too nice. Next. Swiping.
Next.
Yeah.
Swipe right.
Next. Swipe right. So you go to the next thing, and you find that is Lovette's only living relative.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I was really hoping that.
I mean, how far does this go? I guess.
It doesn't... I mean, we got to find Petravian's, like, brother, so...
Yeah.
I was gonna say, since it doesn't really describe, like, how far in the family it goes, it's just of relation.
I mean, the spell is called Next of Kin.
Yeah, so I imagine it would be closest, right?
Brother, sister, parents, at most grandparents, but that's about
As
it.
much as I'd like to know,
Alright.
grandparents could be a very interesting answer, but...
So I search around as best I guess I can, and there is nothing.
I was going to say it doesn't work.
Okay.
I'm going to rule immediate family.
Okay.
So parents, brothers, sisters, whatever. Parents, siblings, and that's it. And kids.
Okay.
And probably spouse.
And apparently next in line to be your heir to the hivedom.
Well, that's because I think that Vera probably views a particular person as close family.
Mhm.
And that person's alive.
Yeah.
Marcus doesn't check either of those boxes.
I'm very, very sad that Lovette's dad did not live.
Yeah, I was hoping.
I thought that he was surviving off like the scraps of gnomish existence there.
You're hoping that somehow he would still be alive?
Yeah, I mean,
even though you're all there when he died?
But no, first of all, that happened was he got stabbed once, and he's an adventurer.
He got poisoned.
Ex-adventure.
It never said that he was dead. He just said that he fell to the ground.
Yeah.
True.
That's true. That's true. No one ever checked the body.
I was carried,
But now we
being carried
know.
at the time.
Anyways.
Yeah, Riz will just kind of take their hands back and just have this annoyance.
What was that supposed to do?
Your mom loves you.
Okay.
I'm fairly sure they knew that.
Yes.
I was looking for Marcus because Lovette created him. I thought I could find him with spell, but I can't.
Wait, what kind of spell?
Discern Next of Kin. I just thought he would be your kin, you know?
Kind of a weird question. I don't happen to have any family here, do I? Or somewhere else?
You just have a mother as far as I can tell with the spell.
Lovette,
Just
weird
close family.
question.
Yeah.
So Mark II is considered a construct, right?
Yeah, can't you just summon him?
Yeah. Or could you,
It's-
did you do you have something that could direct us towards one of your constructs? Or
Yeah.
guide us to have one of your little tiny constructs guide us to another construct? Or does it not work like that?
I could do something similar to that, come to think of it, but not quite like that, no.
Well, what do you got? Come on.
I'll pull out. I'm trying to make sure that. Okay, I do still have insect scouts. I haven't burned that yet because it's kind of useless. I don't know if it will really help us. I'm just gonna explain it out of character because I can't really think of the in-universe way that would explain this. But I can. It's better for finding the layout of a building than. It can't find people in it, but I can have them scout out a building anyway. So if it matched anything that we saw, then they would come back and tell me. But it's not terribly fast, and it doesn't tell. I mean, like it's not slower than we would search it, but it would just basically be another search party. If we find a library,
Can they stay hidden?
they're insect-sized, so more or
okay.
less.
I wasn't sure how large they would be.
Yeah, they're actual insect size. So like if we found a building that had a library, we could check to see if it had the specific rooms that Marcus was in, but we couldn't. They wouldn't tell us if he was there.
I mean, it would tell us places that have libraries, right?
Well, we can't.
tell us
You
that?
can use it to scout out a single building or like cave or something.
Oh, okay. Well,
And it takes
technically-
hours.
So if we said, "Does anyone have a library?" and they said, "Well, this guy has a library," and we didn't have a way to get into that building, we could at least have them check out the building to see if it has like that same cave.
Would you guys think that they were bringing him in as a slave and we should go to the slave trade area and that somebody might have bought him?
I mean, is that of the designated areas we're allowed to go to?
Yeah, that would be in the Bazaar.
It would? Okay.
Yeah.
We could try it, but I think given everything we know about the situation, they seem to be keeping up under tighter lock and key than that. They seem to be taking a weird interest in all this.
True,
Oh.
but if we go poking around and somebody,
They might not be selling
good.
them off.
I don't think they'd be selling him, but
Or they already sold them.
that's true.
And-
It's still the library.
Yeah, it might be
Um,
ownership records somewhere.
But he didn't have a branding on his neck.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I think something weird's happening here. But I think the best bet right now to find Marcus, maybe, just might be getting more information from him with the sending spells.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that as well.
I don't really have anything past what I just tried.
yeah, he could tell us where he is in the city because they're not going to probably not going to blindfold him each day. They could at least tell us, hey, we're here in the city. Where are you located? And that could be really simple in 25 words.
Yeah. Let's try it.
Let's
Anyone have
try it.
something?
I will.
Lovette
Cool.
does.
All right.
Cool.
I was just getting a thing written up, so it'll be real quick.
Okay.
Cool.
And then once you get that, I will write up a response.
Yay! I like getting plans.
Meanwhile, is there an in-room coffee maker / tea maker / teapot / something?
There's a Keurig in the corner.
There is a tea decanter, yeah.
Excellent. Then Kurla is making tea for everyone.
It seems to use magnets.
Pardon?
How do they work?
How do they work?
It's a tea decanter that
just a
uses
question.
magnets. All right.
Just a question. Does it come with free tea with the room?
Yeah, there are packs of tea. They're
I'm-
tied up with string.
I'm taking a couple just for my own collection.
Kurla's
Nice.
taking the rest.
As there's soaps in the shower. Don't forget the soaps.
The teas, and honestly, they're strange. They actually, instead of being made of like tea leaves,
Mm-hmm.
it seems to be dried mushroom pieces.
Oh, banger!
Kurla's going to put all of the tea back very, very quickly.
I'm
I'll have some
keeping
mushroom
it.
tea. All right, I got my message ready. I don't have all 25 words,
Okay.
but I don't really need them.
Go ahead.
Right.
We are in the Dark Elf City. Please describe where you are. You have 25 words. Make good use of them.
Hey, yo, I'm in this banging library.
Welcome to my crib.
There's a lot of books.
If he says that, we're just leaving him here to die.
I'm ready for I'm in a room with 4 walls, more like a cave. No, a room. I think.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's.
I'll use my damn sending at that point and be like, you're on your fucking own.
Alright, kid. Peace out. Yeah.
The next message is, I will tell Mark 3 of your sacrifice.
Yeah, why didn't we just make another Marcus?
I mean,
Go too
that would
far,
be
you
the-
unplay God.
that would
let
be...
him
It'd be
die.
more expensive. That's why.
No, it would be less expensive. It'd be the logical option. It was just
Wait, what?
less ethical.
Shit.
It's about saving his life. It's not about
Recently.
having Marcus still be alive. Oh no, fixing him is so much more expensive. I'm really upset about that.
Wait, what?
Oh
No.
my
Oh
god.
my god!
Wow. That sucks.
We've made a terrible mistake.
I've been aware
I'm
of
not
this
gonna
the whole
financially
time.
recover.
We weren't!
I know.
We weren't!
We were not
But
aware
I
of
had no
this.
good reason in character to, like, for Lovette to just toss the ethical side of this away
Oh,
and just be like, she was going to
Petravian
go after
wouldn't
him.
either.
Lovette's doing this to keep Marcus from dying a second time, not
Again.
to... Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Been alive!
Nope.
It's,
Yeah, he wasn't
it
there
gets
last time
easier.
either.
That's
That was what I said.
I mean, as we're all waiting, Petravian says to Vera,
You know, all those... I hate using the word, but all the slaves around here, when Malefica gets, I guess, more powerful, I want to come back here and level this fucking city.
Oh,
Well, not level, but
Free the people,
I can
level the
I
city.
can assure you there will definitely be many reforms eventually.
All right, Skrewy,
Yes.
check your Discord. Okay, so Lovette, you hear a response.
Okay, well, I'm in a big library. It's a tall building on the far side of the big castle. I think it's about 15 stories?
15 stollies.
Riz has been pacing around the room and keeps glancing up at the ceiling. There's a ceiling there, but they keep glancing up instinctively.
Alright, well, the castle seems to be the light stout. He said he's in a castle. He didn't make...
On the far
As a
side
good-
of the castle, right?
Oh yeah, he said he's
A
on
tall
the
building
far
on the
side.
far side of the big castle.
Fuck.
Ooh, you mean the
So that would put it
Citadel
somewhere
of
in
Payne.
Thornloft, west side of the city.
I'm
Not
gonna
just
get-
the big castle?
No, on the
Okay.
on the far side of the big castle.
Okay, gotcha. So, somewhere
over
around
here.
here.
Yeah, somewhere over in Thornloft.
Okay.
15
A
story
building that's about 15 stories.
Okay, we
Have-
can look for that.
Have a lot
That's-
of buildings been about 15 stories?
No,
Okay.
most of them are much smaller than that.
Okay.
Okay.
So that
So
will
this
Oh,
would
be
be a
that's
particularly tall
doable.
building. So that would cut down your options by a lot. In fact,
banger.
I'm guessing we're not able to go into that area normally.
well, Thornloft is definitely not part of the Bazaar. No, so your pass would only allow you to enter essentially the districts called Slavehold, the Arena, and the Bazaar. So.
But that's if we're travelling by pass, not if we look as if we're in the company of someone who is walking and talking like a local.
Sure, if you want to try to pass yourselves off as someone else, yeah, absolutely.
You nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Does anybody have a way to disguise Petra as a dark elf? He's got the
Dude,
height.
just go in the ground again.
Okay, that's true. Yep. Okay.
The less
I'll-
spells we have to use, the better.
Better. Yeah. Dig.
Unfortunately, cultural adaptation is personal only.
Oh, poo. Okay.
So, and Vera's thing is personal as well.
That's a feature.
Lovette, do you
Yeah.
want to maybe seduce the hotel hostess to give us more information about the library, see if we can get like visiting scholar passes or something?
Seduce?
Yeah. I'm saying this as a player, sorry, but...
I'm not talking to myself. You talk to yourself. Sorry.
What?
What were you just saying out loud as
What?
if you were thinking it?
The-
Is that what you want to do?
What? No. Of course not.
Okay, we gotta make a decision what we want to do here.
I think sneaking is a bad option. We need a pass. Lovette, go talk to the bar matron, to the innkeeper.
I was just thinking about... I mean, okay, yeah, good idea.
If we say we're, they think that we're traders. If we say that we're also traders in information and that we're looking for rare volumes that we might be able to exchange, maybe we can get the lay of the land, see if we're allowed into the library under those conditions, or something like that, you know. Bribe her, she seems to like money.
They seems to like stories too.
Make something up.
Okay.
You know, lie.
Lie.
Okay.
It'll be great.
Easy as breathing.
I mean, you're creative. You made Mark too.
Is that
It was
creative?
my most creative work, but thank you.
Let's not even get into that.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll head
You got
down
this.
that way.
I believe in you, buddy.
Everybody's like made it add more pressure, or Petra specifically. I say everybody. Petra has just made this fucking weird as hell. Well, that's just
I mean, look,
I was just gonna talk to the lady who owns. Okay, I will.
this is Lovette's side quest. What do you want?
Before Lovette leaves,
Yeah,
leaves the room, Kurla's gonna go up and pat them on the shoulder and say, "You got this, alright, and to help you out, just hold steady for a moment." And Kurla will flick their wrist back and forth a little bit and mumble some words under their breath and cast Eagle's Splendor on Lovette.
You feel a little more suave.
Thank you, best bitch.
What you fucking call me? Oh,
know
right,
that's
right, the bracelet. Sorry, it took me a minute there. Look, that'll make you a little bit more suave, so just go and,
I don't
Guess
think I
get
can
on
get...
their
Oh, I
good
guess it's
side.
working.
Okay, Garion, please, if you haven't listened to the previous prayer, please listen to this one.
Meanwhile, can we escape out the window if we need to? Do we have a backup plan for that? Oh, did I say that out loud? I do apologise.
I have to mention, though, I'm out of here. and eventually, I'm just gonna fucking leave if that's the case.
Imagine Eagle Splendor Lovette as that meme of the dude with cane, finger guns pointing at the painter painting.
I was picturing it like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3.
I like that one better.
Okay, so the buff is activated on your character, by the way.
Thank you. All right. Oh yeah.
All right.
I'll head
so
down.
you head downstairs and you find Lady Fenore is reclined on one of those cushions, popping some sort of objects into her mouth slowly, eating something and observing the room.
Make it look like I'm just gonna head out, and then I just kind of noticed her there, not like I was looking for her.
Oh,
She gives you a smile as you approach, and she puts an arm under her chin and rests her head on it. Well, hello there.
would you be interested in maybe the agreement before maybe information for a story? It's things I need to know about the city that I'm not sure how to ask.
Oh, little one, if you tell me what I'm looking for, not only will I give you the information you're looking for, but like I said, I'll give you free room and board here.
Well, I'm not sure.
Have a seat. She's gonna sit up and pat the cushion next to her.
All that
Don't be shy
confidence from
now.
the Eagle Splendor is just melting away.
Okay, right, well, I'm not sure what this for.
And you should try one of these. And she is going to pick up one of these objects she was eating, and she's just going to slip it into your mouth.
This is going to end so well.
I'm trying to decide what color Lovette blushes at this point. Whatever color it is, she's transitioned to that color for the time being.
Mm-hmm. The best I can describe it as is it is a plum-flavored fruit that's about the size of a grape.
Oh, that's nice. Boy, well, I'm not sure if it's as interesting as a story as you're hoping for.
Oh dear, I'm sure it's a very exciting story. I can tell that you appear to be of mixed blood.
Oh, yeah, keen of you to notice.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I don't think so.
I can tell from your accent that you're not exactly from around here.
Well, the accent isn't really... Well, but that's true. My father was a gnome, and he was a businessman, and well, my mother was sort of an ambassador, and yeah, well, she didn't tell me much about her life, and then one day she went on a trip with my grandfather and never came back, so I never really found out.
Interesting. An ambassador to the gnomes, you say?
That's what I was told.
Well, truly your blood does not lie. You certainly are half dark elf.
Yeah, I mean, I did fall down recently, so that might be what this is from.
Would you like to make a bluff check for me, please?
Sure.
Big money.
That is a
Big
29.
money.
Damn, nice.
Nice.
She gives you a coy smile, knowing full well that there are some inconsistencies in that, but not willing to call you out on them. Well, it's certainly an interesting tale, and as I said, I'll throw in your room. She hands you the 100 gold back.
Oh, thank you.
So you can add that back in your character sheet. And what sort of information were you looking for?
Well, a friend of mine that has traded here before told me there's some interesting things in the library just west of the large castle. I don't know if it's okay to go that way, though. I know it's really strict around here, and I don't want to step on any toes.
That's fine. I can make you a pass myself. I have one question, though.
Oh?
What was your mother's name? There aren't many that go to the surface. Perhaps I know her.
Oh, shit.
Oh no!
I can maybe help you reconnect with her.
Fuck.
What?
She gives you what appears to be a genuine smile.
Oh shit.
Thinking she's doing a nice favor for you here.
Sorry, my brain went into business mode. I've got a lot of work today. What was the question?
Your mother's name, dear.
Oh, right. It's been a while, right, since I've even spoken to her, so I don't think about it. My mother, well, she usually went by, Lewis.
She nods. It's a beautiful name. Sadly quite common around these parts.
But it was not part of Gnomish culture to take her surname. The marriage wasn't kind of frowned upon, so I don't really have more than that, so thank you.
Well, that's fine. Well, I would like to help you find her. How many years ago was it?
It was a while back. I don't think they came down here. It was my paternal grandfather. I don't know if he was so into it.
How old are you, dear?
Oh yeah, I turned 51 just not too long ago.
Ah, well, that's not too terribly long. Perhaps I can find her after all. Here, have some more of these. She will hand you a bunch of these strange fruits.
I'm like, and why can't I hold all these lemons pose?
Yeah. They're about the size of a grape, so to you they're about the size of like a cutie tangerine.
Exactly.
You're so boned.
Now just wait right here, dear. I'm going to make a call.
We're so
Oh
fucked.
shit, we
We're
are
so
dead!
fucked.
We're so fucked!
Well, what's the range? I'm looking for the range on message. Where is everybody? They still in the room?
We're just stayed in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, message probably would reach them.
Okay.
So she's gonna get up and she's gonna walk over and she's gonna start talking to someone else.
If you guys want to do that whole getting out of the window thing, now might be the time to do it.
Why don't we just leave casually?
Who did you message first?
Oh, probably Riz.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, because it would be either Riz or Vera, and as
Cool,
much
Riz
as
can message back so they can use as many words as they want, pretty much.
I feel like leaving out the front door would be less suspicious. Just saying.
Well, I might have made it more suspicious, but I'll trust your judgment.
Alright, guys. Who wants to calmly evacuate through the front door or go through a window? Your choice. Lovette seems to be panicking.
Oh fuck! What
Lovette
did
is
she
always panicking.
do?
I don't know. She just said, you might want... You might want to... I can't do these voice. You might want to...
How
I'm
high
going
up
to
are
leave
we?
the front door. I think we're on the second floor or so.
Listen,
Yeah, you're on the second floor.
if one of us is going through the front door, may as well everyone be there.
I'm just going to finish my tea just a second.
I think we might want to get the mushroom tea down in you, and let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright. Just brushes themselves off and starts to casually walk down.
Kurla follows, like shaking their head. Why on earth did I think that Lovette could just pull? Oh, for fuck's sake! I shouldn't have.
And Vera goes down, assuming literally nothing's wrong. It's like I don't know what's happening.
I mean, same with Petravian. He's just like clang, 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 clang down the friggin' stairs.
Alright, so we go down, and we're gonna exit the building, I assume.
Okay, you head down the stairs, and as you move to the exit, the door will open, and coming into the building as you are about 2 steps away from it are some dark elf guards.
Yep.
They're wearing that matte black paint, the matte black plate mail with the under green lights.
Oh, it's painted now.
So it's matte. It's a matte finish.
Yeah, I understand.
So it doesn't reflect much light. So they come in and they've got like their spears out. Everyone remain calm.
Is something wrong?
This will only take a moment.
Did I upset someone?
So there is going to be a burst of purple fire in the middle of the room as a person manifests in thin air. So a person teleports into the room. They quickly scan that. So this purple flame is going to whoosh and then dissipate immediately, leaving a person standing there where it was. This is a dark elf, female. She stands relatively tall. She has long white hair, and she's wearing another sort of ornate dress, like many of the upper-class dark elves you've seen in the city. But she has an air of superiority about her that you may not have seen on some of these folks. She seems to be particularly distasteful of non-dark elves, at least in the way that her demeanor puts her.
I'm just trying to blend in.
Yeah, so she quickly scans the room and notices Lovette there next to those cushions.
There's like a little bit of clattering noise from me shaking and my leg and arms just kind of clinking.
She sees you and her lips will spread into a toothy grin. My dear, is that truly you?
I don't think we met, Solly.
Oh, well, that is fine. I do have you at a bit of a disadvantage. Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Sasho. She holds a hand out to you.
Okay. Good to meet you, Sasho. Yes.
It's great to meet you as well. My mother sent me. We have a lot to catch up on.
I think you might be confusing me with someone.
You were born about 50 years ago, and your mother went by Lilith.
I mean, I wasn't always confident that was her actual name. But
It wasn't, but it's close enough.
Oh,
the timing lines up all too well. I'm your cousin. It's nice to meet you.
Really?
We're fucked.
I have a cousin?
Yes, you have a cousin and an aunt. And another cousin, but we don't talk about them. So.
Ow.
She kind of claps her hands together in front of herself. Like I said, it's excellent to meet you. And I'm glad you finally found your way home.
Okay.
Would you come along? We have a lot to catch up on, and you need to be staying in a nicer place than this. She looks around at what's otherwise a really nice-looking place.
Yeah, it's nice.
And she kind of is like looking down her nose at it.
I actually have some business to conduct with him.
Of course you do. Of course you do. There's time for that later. We could talk about it on the way. Come on.
Would it be alright if the patrons here would be able to go outside?
I suppose so. The guards here are so overprotective of me. And they will be of you too soon enough.
I am gonna walk over to the party, be like,
you guys know where to go?
And I'm gonna just kind of try and quietly, like somewhat stealthily pass Archie's sphere over to Riz.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a thing
it's
to sell.
already in the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can take care of the trade without me.
Yeah, it's what you pay me for.
Did you happen to get that library pass?
Yeah, we need the permit, remember?
Right,
For these?
yes. Is it possible for them to get that?
Are these your friends?
They're my entourage, yes.
Of course they can come with us. Come on.
I don't know if is that necessary? Okay.
Well, why not?
I don't know. We just have a short amount
She
of
kind
time.
of, she leans down and kind of coyly puts her hand up to like, as if she's feigning telling you a secret. We're kind of important around here. Most of these rules aren't going to apply to us.
As a player, I'm just, I hate that. Continue, please.
So, come along, and you can bring your friends. It's fine.
I'll kind of look over for, like, try to get any silent confirm or denial from anyone.
Petravian nods.
Kurla shrugs.
There's a grimace on Vera's face.
So,
You don't know what it means.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Vera looks like normal.
Riz is glancing up at the ceiling still from time to time.
So
Very unhelpful.
Sasha is going to start heading for the exit. She's going to turn to look at Lady Fenore, and she's going to say, "Consider your favor repaid, dear." And then Lady Fenore is going to kind of deeply bow her head, and Sasha is going to kind of make a dismissive gesture to the guards who are blocking the door, and they'll immediately, get out of her way. To which she'll walk on outside.
Oh boy.
Follow along.
Lady Fenore gives you all a wolfy smile as you leave.
Thank you, you were lady nice.
And as were you, dear. It's always nice being visited by royalty.
Royalty? Wait, what?
Yep.
Oh, there'll be no living with her now.
Question: does message look like someone's casting a spell? Very much.
Yes, yeah. Any spell with a verbal semantic component is going to have sound and light involved.
Why do spells exist if they can't be non-verbal?
Also, at the mention of royalty, Vera's going to kind of cringe a bit.
Yeah. Just whisper behind Vera. We are so fucking screwed right now.
All right, so this column of guards is going to flank your group, and Sasha is going to be leading the way deeper into the western part of town. She insists on having Lovette walking beside her.
Petravian will make his way up towards right behind Lovette.
So, dear cousin, it truly is lovely to have you back. You have no idea how much the family's been missing you.
I really don't. I don't know anything about the family. Are there a lot of us?
Not so much. We're a small but close-knit group. Your mother left about 50 years ago, and it wasn't exactly a good thing. She left, and it was a rough time for the rest of the family. Mother never really forgave her, to be honest.
That's something.
I barely knew her that much, but everyone knew that you have no part of that guilt.
Really?
Of course not. You have no choice in the matter. What's important is that you carry the blood.
That's an interesting way of putting it, but okay.
I only mean that you've been blessed by our Lord, that's all.
And who is that?
She looks at you like you're confusing. Just by the Lord of this entire city and all of us here.
I just arrived earlier today.
Can I do a religion check?
Yeah, you can do a religion check.
Thank you.
She's going to kneel down. She's going to put a hand on your shoulder, and she's going to tilt your head.
Nice.
She's going to tilt your head straight up, and you're going to see this aura of darkness that sort of hangs above the Citadel of Payne. And for a moment, for a quick instant, the darkness for you is dispelled, and you can plainly see what hangs there in the air. And what it is a colossal spider.
Knew it. Oh. It's you.
Fear not. You've been blessed. Our line has ever been priestesses for her. Since time immemorial.
Lady, I held my mother was an ambassador.
Truly. She must have fed you quite a few lies. And as I said, it's no fault of your own. So no one will hold it against you. You're here among family now.
That's good, I guess.
Of course it's good.
But I am actually here
good to
looking
have
for
you back.
someone. I want to make sure he's okay.
Oh? Who are you looking for?
Halfling, sort of. I'm not sure what people have discovered around here, but I guess he got
About this tall. She holds her hand up to about Marcus's height.
something like that. Yeah,
Goes by the name of Marcus.
that would be the one.
He's a guest in our home already.
Oh, okay. So we're going to the right direction then.
Of course, you can speak with him soon.
Is he still alive? I guess I wouldn't be
I
speak
mean-
with him. Yeah, okay. I figured that one out.
Technically, if he could be
Yes,
considered living,
operating.
yes.
Okay.
But come, you can speak with him all you like. So
Either
she'll
way.
continue leading you through the streets.
Oh boy.
I've decided that again, I will repeat, we are so fucking screwed. What did my nat 2042 get me on fucking religion for the thing in the sky?
You know that being is a primal god known as that which hungers. It is, based on what you have rolled there, a 42. You know quite a bit about that which hungers. You know that that which hungers is a primal god. It's one of the last living primal gods. It initially created a different race, but that race rebelled against it. So out of desperation for worshippers, it kidnapped a great deal of elves and took them underground a long time ago.
Wait, what was the race?
Yeah, what was the race before?
Well, let's see.
Was it?
What spider race?
Yeah,
do you know of?
Okay, gotcha.
Oh no!
They rebelled?
Weavers?
Yeah, they rebelled. Yeah. They rebelled against their creator and are unruly, so now they're doing their own thing.
I hate all this. Okay, cool.
So that which hungers now simply lives here above Mythalion, living off of the faith of its people.
Cool.
So if you look up too much, it makes your eyes itch.
If you're not a dark elf that worships it, apparently.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I just assume it shows itself to people how it feels. If it thinks you're worthy or not, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to look up in the
Yeah.
sky.
Just like kind of pat the top of Vera's head. Just don't look up. Just trust
Also,
me.
it's going to make me look up.
There's high elves up there?
Disgusting.
Exactly.
All right, so you guys are taken to a very, very nice looking estate. It's got a couple of very tall towers. They seem to be about 15 stories tall. And it's a really well kept, fenced off area here. And it is just covered in magical lighting and different strange enchantments and effects. Entering feels like you're walking into a bubble at first. Like as you enter the grounds, you actually have to push against some sort of soft barrier. And once you're inside, it smells like sweet air and flowers.
Oh, it smells nice in here.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
I mean, cool. It's very nice.
Only the best.
Oh,
As I said, we're of blessed ancestry.
those actual flowers?
Something of the sort. We often import things from various parts of the world. Would you like to see our sun garden?
A sun garden? As in, like, the outside the sun?
She nods. Of course.
I'm curious, yes.
So she's going to take you off on a stroll through the grounds. Do the rest of you want to go along with Lovette, or do you want to do anything else?
I'm going to. Petravian's
yeah.
gonna follow Lovette.
Okay.
I don't really feel safe without Lovette currently.
Yeah, Kurla's
So-
gonna stick near Riz, and actually they're gonna be grunting a little bit and just making a lot of guttural noises, speaking in Orc to Riz because they figure that's one of the ones that's least likely to be overheard by any of the Dark Elves. And what they're saying is, right, do we have a backup plan? Because we're pretty much fucked as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I can't say anything. Everyone understands what Riz says no matter what. So, and the rest of the party?
Well, everyone in the rest of the party is fine. I'm just kind of trying to keep it from the Dark Elves around us.
But
Yeah, but I can't respond to you.
Oh, shit.
And can anybody can Petravian respond in Orc or no? Or is that not how the honey works?
I don't know how the honey works.
Yeah.
So, honey, I don't think makes you know more languages to speak.
Okay.
No. Yeah, you just understand anything spoken.
Never mind then.
But yeah, I mean, it can be one-way communication.
Kurla will catch themselves as they're asking this question, realizing that they can't, in fact, get a response and just sort of trail off into nothingness.
Okay. So Sasha is going to lead Lovette through this garden, and there are rows of strange-looking, even stranger than the stuff you've seen before, sorts of fungus of various colors and types. Some of them have like these long white tendrils that sort of wave in the air as if they're being moved by a mysterious unfelt breeze. Some of them will regularly shoot off spores of multicolored hues that change colors in the air before they dissipate. It's well kept, and it's all organized in little pathways between items. It's quite a nice little garden they have here. And situated in the middle of it is a greenhouse that is painted, like the actual glass is painted black, so you can't see inside it.
Huh.
So she'll walk up to it and gesture to the door. After you.
Of course. Step on in.
You open the door, and inside there is a ball of light hanging in the center of the room that is bright and yellow. And inside you see what to you is much more mundane plant life. You see grass, you see like a hedge, and you see some flowers. like this is the most rare and exotic shit for these people.
Wow.
And it's like regular plant life and then some basic flowers.
Oh my god.
You even got the glass.
Yes, it's grows all over the surface world.
Yes, so I've
So
heard.
interesting, isn't it? It's green. Isn't that strange?
I hear they've got a lot of it.
You'll see on just Vera's kind of beaming at all the stuff just with this kind of hatred. Like, this is just a disgusting area. It's like totally... same with, as we saw in Presidium, where it's just like all this overly pretentious bullshit.
All this decadence.
It's elves, man. It's elves everywhere you go.
It's very weird to have grass down here. Just a comment quietly in the back from Riz.
Truly, it is.
Yeah,
It was difficult to import as well.
I figured, sorry. And just retreats back to where they were, because they were just gonna casually gab.
Oh, it's quite all right.
Just shaking their head.
So, dear cousin, where did you meet another dark elf?
On the way down here, trying to find the construct.
Ah, you must have helped be their guide.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
She offers a hand to you.
I need a cultural adaptation. Like, what am I supposed to fucking do? What role do I do?
Okay, so your cultural adaptation would know that you are in the presence of someone who has claimed to be of royal blood. So
Yeah.
probably, like, accepting their hand but not making eye contact and probably bowing your head is most likely the right move.
Cool. They'll do that.
All right.
Very respectful.
Well, thank you so much for helping bring my cousin here. It's very, very nice of you.
Of course.
You'll be rewarded, you know.
There's an ear twitch from Riz. How so?
Well, gold most likely, unless you have another
gold is
currency
fine.
you wish.
Just out of their mouth already. Gold is fine.
See, everyone wins here.
But nothing replaces the joy I feel for bringing them home.
Wow. Yeah, boy.
And the Oscar goes too.
Do you wanna roll a bluff with that?
Yeah, I sure as fuck do.
That flat ass
30
delivery.
fucking 5, bro.
Sure. So how about you deliver it in line with the check?
Okay, fine. Nothing brings me more joy than bringing them back to their rightful home.
Of course. Well, I'm sure you're all parched and tired from your journey. I can arrange much better living situations than that excuse for an inn that you were just at.
Oh, I wouldn't be so hard on them. The places aren't, the prices aren't that high, so they gotta make do with what they've got.
Your Highness, they did take 100 gold from you.
No, they give it back.
Did they?
Yes.
Good. I would hate to have to ask them to reimburse me. It would be awkward.
Yeah, of course. No, we took care of that. It was fine. She was totally understanding. It was great.
Good. Well, in that case, I'll set you up with some rooms, and then you can go speak with your friend, alright?
Of course, yeah.
And if you're hungry, of course, we can organize a meal for you as well.
Look at the party, like, are we hungry?
Riz just looks like they're dying on the inside.
Yeah, I think it fits most of us.
Yeah.
Just look back with this very defeated smile and give a thumbs up.
Kurla is screaming with their eyes.
Whatever you feel is best, Your Majesty.
I mean, we are here, right? Might as well. We wouldn't want to upset anyone with bad behavior.
Why are you acting like robots? Yes, that's fine.
Just smirk from Riz.
I said it without the finger quotes. Oh, anyway, so yeah, let's go, I guess.
Very well. Alright. Come along, everyone. and she will lead you out of the Sun Garden and into the massive estate, to which there are quite a few servants, in this case, quite a few slaves here to, be at your beck and call. Bring you food, to generally just make your lives as easy as possible.
I fucking hate it.
This isn't dark world. That's good.
And you were taken to a wing of bedrooms, all of which are excellently appointed and look incredibly comfortable. And you're each given a room to your own.
Is there tea in the room?
There is not tea stocked in the rooms. However, there is a large banquet hall adjoining most of these rooms together. Adjoining for the hallway on the other side, rather.
Okay.
So it's a quick walk to a banquet hall where there are staff there that are willing to bring you whatever you desire.
It's fancy.
Yeah, it's very fancy. You can tell that this family must be completely loaded. And, Lovette, you are taken upstairs.
Oh,
It is a spiral staircase that will go up. But as you go up, it seems like for every step you take, the staircase itself will accelerate you up about 10 steps. So it moves under you as you're walking. So even though it's 15 stories up, you feel like you've walked up like maybe a half a flight of steps.
Barely had to use the cane.
If you were to, say, fall onto the staircase, would you fall up the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
No. The stairs understands intent. Like the magic's based off of intent. If you fell down the stairs would actually catch you.
Oh, nice stairs.
Yeah, they're nice stairs.
Friendly stairs.
Some good magic in this place. These guys know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Horrible slavers, but nice stairs.
Horrible slavers, but damn, can they build a city?
I'm just thinking spiral escalator. That's already funny enough to me.
Yeah, it's a semi-intelligent spiral escalator.
Well, that is definitely taking notes.
So you make your way to the top, and when you get up there, the doors are flung open by a slave standing up there, and inside you see a collection of shelves of books, and in the middle of it is a familiar-looking and definitely badly injured Marcus.
Marcus!
I'm gonna actually run over and hug him.
You're alive. You're okay. Enough. This is going
This is what he looks like.
This will be expensive, but I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, thank you, Lovette. How did you get here so fast?
I can teleport now, but that's not a. I mean, that might be how we get you out of here. What are they having you do?
I mean, books. They leave their books.
Really
they leave their books
up.
everywhere. I'm sorry, I don't put the books away right.
It's true.
I try, but I'm really trying. But I don't know this language.
Huh? That's not something I can see that would be a problem, but I guess that makes sense. Okay, well, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna make sure you're okay. And get you to your son. And your
I couldn't find them.
girl. You couldn't find them. But do you know where they were going?
I was just in the Holy City, and I kept looking and searching, but I could not find them. So I figured, well, why don't I go to the Merry Valley? Maybe Zell could help me find them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he would like that conversation. Maybe I'll talk to him. But I'll make sure you get out of here.
Thank you.
Or maybe you shouldn't find her at all.
Those of you who are in the room, make a perception check to look around.
Are we
See
all
if
in
you
the
can-
room?
Anyone who wants to be in the library can be in the
I
library.
thought we'd all
Okay.
been sticking in our rooms, but okay.
Oh.
Vera
Oh,
says,
okay.
by the way.
Okay, so who all stayed in the rooms and who all went to the
I
library?
would
I'll
have.
stay in my room.
I would have followed Lovette.
Yeah, unless
Okay.
Lovette came to grab me, I'd just stay where I was.
Same.
Oh
Okay.
man, I nat one.
Nice.
It's still better than mine.
Still better than Petra's. All right, cool.
Petravian got a 17.
Lovette?
Oh, me as well. I didn't realize that was including me.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah, you're in the room.
Yeah. I thought that it was something pertaining to me. Well,
Oh,
that was
shit.
a nat 20 for
Goddamn.
me, so that was a 34.
Oh, Lovely. Well, in that case, Lovette, you notice there is another person in this room. They're being very quiet and staying in the corner, but there is another dark elf over there.
Oh shit.
They've got like stacks and stacks of books spread around, and they've just been studying this whole time, and they've barely looked up.
Oh shit.
Like they just don't care you're here, basically.
I'm starting to believe more and more that we are related.
Huh?
Hello.
They shrink in their chair.
Oh, okay.
Who are you?
So...
Sasha?
Yes, dear.
Oh, your hair. What is this?
This is Lovette, our cousin.
Hello.
They snap their book shut that they're reading.
It's Lilium's kid.
Oh, Auntie, huh?
Mm-hmm. Auntie Lilium's kid.
Lilium?
Yes, your mother's true name was Lilium.
I see. Yeah, it does seem...
Lilium Zeinris.
It seems there's a lot I don't know, indeed.
Indeed. And we're terribly sorry that you had to go through the upbringing you did. You should have been raised here with us.
Oh, it wasn't so bad.
But you could have been in the lap of luxury this entire time, instead having to live among, well, surfacers.
I mean, that one doesn't even know how to sort a book. And just nods towards Marcus.
Indeed.
I tried.
It's not really his specialty.
The upstairs seems very problematic.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
Upstairs, how many floors does this place have?
Sasha just looks
That's my-
nervously.
That's my sibling's word for the surface. And I think it's fitting.
That makes sense to me, yeah. I mean, it wasn't exactly stairs we took down to get here, but...
But those up there can be backwards in the way they do things. So, not having a decent sorting system for their books is one of them, she says pointedly as she, raises a hand in a mock gesture of, striking Marcus.
There's a glare from Moo as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop that book.
It was a very old volume.
I think there was just a breakdown of communication. If you wanted to Marcus to work for you, I don't know if books is the place to put him.
He broke
truly.
everything else.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Everywhere we put him, he broke things. We thought books would be the least breakable.
Did you know we once had a prized plant in the Sun Garden? It was called a tree.
My poor experiments.
Sasha just shakes her head, sadly.
It needed water. You guys weren't watering enough. It's not my fault.
Something about the trying to be Edenite, killing a tree.
It's really funny.
It's really funny.
Beautiful.
I do have a question as a player. And you mentioned the scar. Has Moo been doing experiments on Marcus?
So, they've probably
Holy
taken
shit!
pieces from you.
Oh my god.
And if you disobey, they don't feel comfortable, touching you unless you're subdued, so they'd probably have Sasha take care of whatever is needed and the more violent aspect of things.
Well, that's definitely going to notice those missing pieces.
Yeah, there's chunks of flesh, quote unquote, that have been cut from different parts. Again, exposing mechanics underneath.
So,
It's a fascinating creature you made.
do I have the authority to order him somewhere else?
Well, I mean, you are home, and it is your creation, so certainly, I think that it's only
Lovette.
fitting that it be returned to your care.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
Lovette.
What?
Just please remind me. Marcus didn't know he was a
No.
creation.
No.
No.
Nope.
Second. Lovette, why is there shit inside of me?
There's shit inside of most organic beings, actually.
Yeah.
Sasha just giggles.
Well, this is definitely
Why
not
is
how-
everybody just so... Just give me a straight fucking answer, okay?
That was completely straight.
Mm-hmm. And accurate.
Exactly.
And stop using foul language in our presence.
Mom doesn't like it when I repeat stuff like that.
Marcus,
Yes, don't make us get mother.
I did what I could for you. And for your family. And that's all. You've...
I hate you. How could you do this to me? You lied to me!
That's Phil.
Could you please take your screaming fit outside of the library?
I think that he would be best used as a sort of scout for us. I can take him upstairs and be back.
God.
He would blend in with them if I can get the skin parts back. Please.
I mean, I suppose, but what business would you have in the upstairs anymore?
Yeah, why would you leave?
Oh, I would.
Because the people are nicer up there.
Malchus?
They don't enslaved everybody and make them their experiments or beat them when they're just trying to do their best.
I don't think you
That's
understand,
why.
creature. You're not real.
In my heart, I'm real.
You don't have a heart. You have mechanics.
And you have no soul.
I don't think souls are real.
Now that's very hurtful. You be nice and you apologize to Merkalumi.
Why? Or you'll beat me again?
I won't. Sasha will.
I won't ask again.
Malchus,
They shrink
please.
into their books.
I can't do this again.
I only apologize for being me.
Oh, that you don't have to be apologizing for. Actually, it's very fascinating what you are.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, apologize to Merkalumi. Now.
Scribbling notes.
Giving him a slow nod for what it's worth.
It's crying.
I wasn't actually sure if we could.
It seems to replicate emotion very frequently.
That's good. That means he's working according to design.
You designed this, then?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Now just let me go.
See, that wasn't so hard. Good. Ah, well that makes things so much easier.
Did you program defiance in its nature?
Yeah.
I see.
Perhaps that's a design flaw.
I know you see me as a thing, but please. Stop.
I've already said you can go back to being the property of your creator. You're Lovette's now. Off with you.
Technically always was.
True.
Please remind me, Grem, does Marcus have any access to what his abilities at level 5?
Level 5? No, you are at half of whatever level. Like I can create you up to half of the existing.
What
like,
Marcus was.
What it was, and he was at 8.
Yeah,
so
he would have
4.
been level. Oh, we were 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark II would be a 4th level cleric.
Don't remember if he had any offensive spells at that point. I don't think he did.
What are you planning on doing there, buddy?
He had a great sling staff.
Yeah, that's gone.
And you probably wouldn't actually be able to cast anything because most of your spells are going to require a holy symbol, which you don't have.
Oh, which you wouldn't have anyway.
Yeah, they would have taken from you. And so you normally have to like pray and then prepare the spells ahead of time like a cleric
Oh,
would.
okay. Then in that case, he wouldn't be able to do anything. My apologies. I had forgotten about the holy.
It's all good.
Let's get you patched up and I'll bring you back. This is going to
Don't
be expensive.
touch me. Do not touch me.
I must say, you have created such a defiant and odd thing. What would be the point of making something that doesn't even listen to you? I mean, it's like you were on the right track to making the perfect slave, but then you made it even more defiant than any slave I've ever seen. Honestly, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, there's different kind.
I wasn't made to serve them. I was made to serve Marcus's wife and son.
Oh, a domestic servant. I suppose that's fine. We should have put you in the
As
kitchen.
their father.
Sasha, it's getting louder.
It is. All right, it's time for you to leave the library and leave my dear sibling alone.
And they shrink back into books and the shadows.
And Sasha will kind of usher you all out of the library. If it was made to be domestic, I'd be interested to see how it handles serving food. Let's all go get some food, all right?
Okay. Just be careful
Good.
with him, he's delicate.
I know, he's right on the edge of breaking.
Yes, and it would be rather expensive.
Of course. Although we do have quite a few resources to replace something like that now, so, I mean, if you want, we can always start with a fresh one.
No, but if I could dip into some of those resources to fix some of the damage, I wouldn't say no to that.
Perhaps. Let's get a meal in us first, shall we?
Of course.
I'm sure Mother will be very interested to meet you.
Your mother? My aunt? Is that correct?
Yes, your aunt. Mm-hmm.
I see. Yeah, well, I'm excited to meet everyone too.
Mm-hmm.
And away we go.
All right, so she will lead you down as she starts to talk to you about her mom, Kemenarian, and basically explaining how she's one of the most important people in the entire city. Exalted blood and one of the high priestesses of the order of our benevolent lord.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, well, you have a place among us as well.
And what
You
is
carry
that?
that same exalted blood in your veins.
And does this blood come with some particular responsibility?
I mean, I suppose so, if that's one way of looking at it, but being the living embodiment of the will of our Lord is a particular responsibility.
I see.
But don't worry, it comes with many more perks than you can even imagine. So she will lead you down to that area where all the guest rooms were, and she'll signal to one of the slaves to gather up all of your friends and have them come to the banquet hall. So each of the doors are knocked on for everyone that's still back in their rooms, and they are ushered ever so gently into this banquet room. Everything in here is black marble and lit with purple fires.
Ooh.
I prefer purple flan.
Purple flan?
Flan fires.
Yeah.
Flan fires, yeah. So there's purple fires in braziers across the room, and a chandelier hanging from the ceiling that actually has pieces that are orbiting around it that emanate purple light as well.
This place is so gothy. Graham loves it. I don't know if it's really Lovette's aesthetic, but I dig it.
So at the head of the table is a very large and elaborate throne sort of styled seat that you believe would probably belong to the head of the household. Sasha will take you up and sit you at the third chair down from it, and Sasha will sit in the second chair down from it.
I do have to really climb to get into it. Imagine my head just kind of barely peeks over the table.
She looks over at a slave and kind of snaps at them, and they'll come in and bring you a large cushion to sit on.
So I have to be honest, I'm surprised that this welcome is so warm just because of my mixed heritage.
Oh, please. That means nothing to us here.
Really?
Of course. Why would it?
Heritage seemed to be kind of important on the way in.
Well, until people know that you are of the proper heritage. Now that it's apparent that you are of, well, blessed blood, everything else doesn't matter.
Oh, well, that's good. That's convenient, I guess.
It can all be fixed anyway. Don't worry about it.
Or I'll just kind of wait patiently.
So where's everybody else? Where's all the other folks? They're all just being quiet.
I think Vera right now is probably may have headed back to their room and is trying to think if there's anything that she can do at the moment to help any slaves in this city.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there's a knock at your door. Okay.
I open it up very little.
Okay. You see a well-dressed human which will nod at you and say that the masters request your presence in the banquet hall.
Fine. Please don't bow to me.
Oh, very well. I'm sorry. And this person will take a step back reflexively and go on to the next room and knock on that door.
Vera's just so sad. There's just nothing she can do at the moment that she can think of to get this person or anyone out of this city because it's just so heavily guarded. And there's literally potentially a god above the city.
Potentially?
Well, I haven't looked up.
I guess. Yeah.
It's potentially until you look. So
Schrodinger's god?
Yeah. Vera doesn't know about the god yet.
Yeah, so there is a knock at Kurla's door.
Kurla will open the door.
You see a well-dressed human slave. They will bow to you and say, the masters request your appearance in the banquet hall.
Kurla will fix them with the deepest and most seething glare one can imagine, and just hold that look for a good 5 or 6 seconds, and then just sort of brush past them.
Okay.
And head to where they're being ushered to go.
In that case, they'll go down to the last door and knock on it. And Riz, there's a knock at your door.
I'll just flick it open, see who's out there.
All right, you see a well-dressed human slave. They bow to you deeply and say, "The masters request your presence in the banquet hall."
You get beaten if you don't say that, right?
Say nothing, but sort of step away from you and look to the side.
Alright. I'm sorry. And Riz will just sweep out of the room. I assume find Vera and Kurla on the way?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find everyone else walking toward the same room, and inside you see Lovette and the dark elf that introduced themselves as Sasho sitting near the front of the table.
Should have gotten in suits before we came here.
Well, it's got this very, forced smile.
It's like, oh, welcome, yeah, I'll help you all heal.
Lovette, are you okay?
I'm fine, you're all fine, right? We're doing okay. We're all going to be okay.
Right?
Right.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Where will you have a seat?
Well, whatever you would like. Over here, I guess.
Alright.
Actually, if you could sit, Neil, someone could sit next to me. That would be nice.
Vera?
Oh, damn.
I nod, and I just walk past Petravian. He's heading towards Lovette.
Why don't you sit next to Vera, Petravian?
Kurla goes in front. I keyed.
And Riz looks at Kurla.
He's gonna tell everyone where to sit.
No, they were gonna take Kurla's hand and give it a gentle squeeze and lead them over to the table, actually.
Kurla appreciates that, because, yeah.
They're being gentle and trying to be supportive here, okay?
You look at Moo and you're like, you can sit there.
I don't think Moo's here.
Of course not.
No, Moo's not here.
They don't eat with the family normally.
You think Moo takes meals with anyone else? Hell no.
That's too much pressure.
Yeah.
And so much time away from their own work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a much appreciated gesture.
Moo's lifestyle.
And Kurla sits where they're led.
Alright, so once everyone takes seats, a slave will walk into the room and announce Kemenarian Zinris, and a regal-looking person will stride into the room with such an air of authority and power that a couple of you have felt something like this in the past. Let's see, Vera and Lovette, you both met someone that reminds you of this person.
Are we getting Solicity vibes?
Yeah. Yeah, this person reminds you of Solicity. Someone who is
very much
empowered. I'll put it that way.
Lovette is quietly glad that her mom is not the one that is this dynamic in this family.
She sort of glides into the room and will take a seat at the head table chair, at the head seat. She turns to look at Lovette. Hello, dear.
Oh, hello.
It's good to finally meet you.
Yeah, it was a bit of an unexpected reunion for me, but it's been very pleasant so far.
Half a century in the making at that.
I guess so.
I'm glad we were finally able to find you and get you home. Please, call me Cammy.
I'll try.
I suppose Auntie would work fine as well, if that's what you choose.
I think I'll start with Cammy.
Good. Well, it's good to have you here, and I'm glad you brought your friends as well. They're welcome guests, of course.
But it's good, yes. That's not a problem.
Why would it be a problem?
I don't know why it would be a problem. I'm new to this.
It's quite all right. Our family is, well, we are in a privileged position in this city.
I picked up on that.
It comes with a great deal of responsibility, and with it, a great deal of perks. You'll find that your word is very heavy in this city. Once everyone knows who you are and what family you belong to, you'll find that many of the rules soften for you. You need not worry about things like curfew and passports.
Okay, that's good, because I was going to ask about that. You mentioned responsibilities. I was wondering about that earlier. What kind of... I do have a sort of business of my own going already.
Mm-hmm. And it won't be a trouble to move it here, to your new home.
I'm not sure. Is there a market for it around here? They didn't
certainly. There is a grand bazaar in the center of the city.
But, I mean, yes.
I'm sure whatever it is that you sell upstairs can be sold here.
I mean, the demand might be different. Even I can manage a supply, but so what kind of responsibilities are we talking about?
Well, partially it's maintaining the faith of the people. It's holding the blessings of our Lord, and, well, keeping everything as it should be in the world.
Right. Well, that sounds simple enough. I mean,
of course, it's quite simple.
Also, would our Lord be interested in maybe spreading that faith?
Indeed. In fact, that's one of the reasons why you're here.
Oh?
Yes. Our Lord had a great plan that he revealed, and, well, part of it has to do with you.
Oh, that's
We were to find the lost child.
And you were just told I would come here?
Not exactly. We were told that you had created a puppet, a machine, and we were told where to find it, and we brought it here, knowing that you would come for it. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, that's more specific a prophecy than I was expecting. That's impressive.
Our Lord works in direct means. We keep prophecies and riddles to other faiths.
I can respect that.
We deal in more straightforward understanding of the world. Our philosophy is one of logic. So, that brings us to why you're here, Lovette.
Oh, why is that?
Well, it's because our Lord wanted to speak with you.
Speak with me?
Yes.
I didn't know him to be the conversational type.
Only to some. To specific ones that carry the blood. Ones like yourself.
Like my myself?
Exactly. In fact, has to do quite a bit with your mother. This is all sort of her fault, if you pardon my way of putting it. This was a series of events put into motion the day she left. And now we can put things right, now that you're back.
What exactly was made wrong?
Well, some of the blood, the blessed line that we carry, left with her, and now you've brought it back.
I see. Well, I'm glad to bring you the blood that you need, I guess.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, but the request should honestly come from our Lord. Do you mind if you speak with him now?
Oh, I was going to. I mean, if I must, I was actually going to see. Would there be a good time to bring this construct up onto the surface? I was going to have him kind of act like a spy.
There will be plenty of time for that in the future.
Okay.
Though we already have a network of spies, so
Well,
I'm not entirely certain why you would need to send that construct. It can barely shelve books, from what I've been told.
I mean, there's not really a lot of crossover there.
Marcus has taken to sitting against the wall, kind of knees against himself, not sobbing, but definitely not
He's not okay.
all too happy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
Is
okay.
it so strange that they simply want it to be that way?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Oh, just saying pretty much, is it so strange that if Lovette requests it, why not let it happen? Is pretty much what they're insinuating.
Well,
Picking at
it is
play.
your creation after all, and it's yours to do with what you will. If you wish to let it wander among the surface kind, you're welcome to do that, but, well, we have business to discuss, and this shouldn't take long. Would you like to eat first? Would you like to eat first, or should we get down to it?
I'll join you all later, I guess. You guys enjoy yourselves.
You're doing this right now.
Well, I don't know. I feel kind of pressured.
Just a quick glance at this woman. I've never met Solicity.
Mm-hmm.
But have I met an entity similar to this? Does this remind me of that fucking asshole from my dream, is all I'm asking.
the one that was running the kiosk at the door or whatever?
No.
It was...
The nightmare.
Oh, no, not really.
Not even like same attitude or anything?
I mean, maybe, but
Okay.
yeah, just I don't know if I would put those two together.
Was just curious, because I'm getting
you're fine.
asshole vibes.
I mean,
But, like, mean girl is really nice to you asshole vibes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Lovette's getting that from everybody here, but she feels like she's got a blade to her throat, I guess would be the time accurate anachronism there.
Can I just tell you something really quick, Lovette?
Oh, yeah,
just
of course.
really close, like, come right here, like, right up to my face.
Oh, right. Yes, that's because my healing issue. Okay.
Such tiny ears, yes. And Riz is gonna get close, and they're gonna speak pretty much as quietly as possible into Lovette's ear. And they're gonna start, and they say, ah, and then they stop, and they think about it, and then they hold Lovette's hand, and they just cast message. So it's just a private head conversation. Whatever you do. They probably can hear me no matter what, so fuck it. But I'm gonna use message because I feel better about it. And they're just gonna keep casting to get through all their words. Whatever you do, just make sure it's the right thing for you. I'm very hesitant about all this, but don't say yes if it's not what you want to do. I don't know what's happening, but stay true. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
A gentle squeeze and then a release. And then back at the dinner, picking at, I assume, might be a salad-like thing.
Yeah,
It's
so
weird.
the food hadn't been served yet.
Okay, perfect. I'm scraping an empty plate.
So yeah, Cammy had asked if you want the food first or if you wanted to get down to business.
Oh, my friends could. I mean, I guess last meal. I mean, not last,
What?
just before the whatever important conversation we've got to have.
Very well. She'll like look at a nearby servant and snap her fingers once, and then they'll just start rushing off to the kitchen to bring in food. Within a minute, they're already setting in like various dishes and asking what sorts of things you like to drink to each of you, and they're taking orders and laying out foods that you would, foods and drinks that you want.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite efficient.
It's a lot of mushroom dishes.
They actually have a variety of stuff. In fact, there's quite a lot of fresh food.
Okay.
And it's all very expertly prepared.
It's really fancy here, huh?
The basilisk is quite tasty.
Yeah, is that gonna kill me, though?
Sasha laughs as if it was a joke.
I just don't know. Never eaten a basilisk, only dealt with one.
The awkward dissonance of being like, this food is actually really good. I'm still terrified of you people.
Vera hasn't touched anything.
Yeah,
If
it's mostly
that
just
lady-
moving food around.
If that lady is still in the room, like it's just like eyes, just like staring at this person.
At the slave?
No,
No.
the one.
Oh, Cammy.
Yeah.
Or Sasha. They're
Cammy.
both in the room.
Cammy.
Yeah.
The leader lady.
Yeah.
Giving off
Cammy's,
solicity vibes.
yeah, Cammy's digging into some basilisk steak right now.
Petravian will ask of Sasha, would you excuse me for a moment? I'm not hungry, but I'd like to go talk with Marcus over there. Well, Petravian will wait for a response.
With that, Sasha says, pointing at Marcus. I mean, I suppose,
Yes,
but
with Marcus.
it's not exactly much of a conversationalist from what I've been able to pick up.
I permit it.
Very well.
Petravian will stand up, take his plate, bring it over to Marcus, sit next to him, and have a conversation unto themselves. And he's going to try to get him to eat. I know that Petravian would know that he's a construct, but he still wants to care
Boy,
for him.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on. It's just a little steak bone.
Oh, don't give him the bone. He could choke on that.
Yeah. Be careful. All right. So those of you who decide to eat find the food to be delicious.
Kurla hasn't touched any of the food and has nothing on their plate, but they are staring at the basilisk steak, and their hands are trembling a little bit in their lap.
It's very rare, by the way.
Oh, wonderful.
As in the food, or how the food's
I mean, both. Honestly,
Yeah.
the fact that it's basilisk and the fact that it's prepared rare, if you slide the knife across it, it cuts instantly. Like it, and if you put it in your mouth, it melts.
Their top
It's
lip is retracting slightly,
so good.
exposing their fangs even more, or the one fang and the half-broken fang.
Riz is gonna slide their plate away from Kurla and just put a hand on their shoulder.
Well, they don't have anything on the plate, but they're...
No, their own
Oh,
plate.
beg pardon, sorry. Yeah, Kurla grips to your hand.
Alright.
That is quietly mentally comparing this to the venison that they had at Souls.
It's probably fancier, actually.
Yeah, it's fancier.
Yeah.
So, Kemi, was it?
Yes?
So, were you and my mother close?
We were very close. We were only a few years apart in age, and we grew up together, and, well, we did everything together. We took our vows together within the church. We learned at school together. We studied magic together. We were inseparable.
What was she like?
Driven. She was determined to make the world bow to her will. She wanted to change things. She wanted to have an impact on life, and I admired her for it.
I guess I've been trying to carry that. I don't know if I'm doing the best job of it.
Nonsense. Look how far you've come. Of course you've done it. You managed to survive against all odds, and you found your way home.
It's just taking some getting used to, I guess.
It's quite alright.
And do you happen to know what happened to her, where she is now?
Well, I do know what happened to her, and I do know where she is now.
Oh.
It's not a good business, but, well, it has to do with what we need to discuss after the meal.
And what would that be?
Well, a resolution. A solution, I think would be the best way to put it.
I wasn't aware there was such a big problem, but I'll do my best.
I know you will.
Alright, well, thank you for the steak. It was really delicious.
I'm glad you liked it. I suppose we can get to business then. First, I would ask you to not be alarmed.
I'll try. It's not my specialty.
Alright then. She's going to take a deep breath, and the voice that comes out of her mouth when she opens it again is not her own. Lovette.
Huh?
It is good to finally meet you.
So whom am I speaking with, if you don't mind me?
I go by many names. You have heard of me as that which hungers.
I see. And what was it you wanted to talk about?
We have an important matter to discuss. You carry blood, which I gave to the Dark Elves long ago, as did your mother. She fled and did not carry out her purpose, and because of this, she was punished. Understand that this had nothing to do with you. Your guilt is not your mother's guilt.
I think it might have had a little to do with me, but thank you.
Her decision-making was her own, and you are not to be faulted with it. You can now rectify the situation, and in turn, I will undo what I have done to your mother.
Oh, shit!
What do you need?
I wish you to fulfill your purpose.
I'm not sure I have a purpose.
You have a grand purpose. The blood in your veins is your purpose. You will spread the faith. You will make the world a better place. You will create stability. And, if you take the vows, I will restore your mother to how she should be.
When would I do that?
Today?
Lovette.
Do I have some time to prepare? This is a big moment for me, I'm sure you understand.
How much time do you require?
I don't know. I'll take whatever you can give me.
Very well. You may speak with your friends. You have an hour?
Okay. An hour is a little less than I was expecting, but I'll take it. Okay.
I think Riz stood up during this.
It is good to see you back. And I'm surprised at the company you keep.
Oh, well, it's just the kind of people I meet.
Truly, it wasn't even part of my plan.
I'm...
Strangely enough, it just sort of was serendipity, wasn't it?
I'm not sure about that. I think that everyone can win here mutually. I'm gonna take that arrow. If it's...
You don't think it's strange?
Oh...
What do you mean?
Maybe not strange. I can see some coincidence happening here, but, you know, that sort of thing happens. Small world, as they say.
Small world indeed. That of all the people you would keep company with, you would find another whom I blessed?
Oh, shit.
Wait,
You're
what?
blessed?
Wait, what?
Riz
Yeah, slow head turned towards Riz.
looks at Kurla.
Kurla looks back at Riz, and then to the speaker.
Yeah, back to the speaker for both of them.
You want to explain this?
My heart is pounding.
What's going on?
Part of spreading the faith is casting power into the world and seeing where it lands.
Kurla is gripping Riz's hand so tight. I think their hand has turned completely white at this point.
Yeah, it hurts.
Nails just digging in, and on their other hand, their hands just clenched. They're barely holding it together. They're shaking.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
I wasn't talking to you. But welcome home to you all the same.
I'm pissed. You did this to them.
As I said, I spread my blessings throughout the world.
Blessings. How dare you?
Power beyond those that mortals normally have. Abilities.
Well then,
Asking for nothing in return.
Kurla's gonna find their voice. It was you?
Yes, child.
You took everything from me.
I made you who you are.
You
I
cursed
gave you
them.
everything that makes you special.
They were special before you cursed them. They were happy before you cursed them. And you just threw it out into the world. Just willy-nilly. No care.
You cost me my sister. You cost me my people. You cost me my life. And now you sit there and you tell me that you gave me anything?
Riz is going to try to hold you if you allow them to. Just based on your shoulders. They're going to get behind you and just kind of switch positions. Keep one of your hands, bring it to your shoulders.
Kurla is shaking with incandescent rage. And I think an aura of energy might actually be welling up in them.
Do you see what you are capable of now? What you can do? You have such power at your command. You are able to influence the world in ways you couldn't before.
Something inside Kurla is just going to snap, and they are going to hurl themselves across the table at this person.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. You start to move to do that, and you literally will just freeze in place.
Kurla!
Like, you're actually floating off the ground, too. Like, like you leap and just freeze in midair. Like, time is stopped for you, but no one else.
The look on
I'm going to grab for my spear.
Kurla's face of just pure hatred and rage. It's
Staff's out.
it's feral. It is just animal. And as a player, I apologize because I don't really want to get us into combat with a god. But
No.
there is
All
no
right.
way that I or Kurla
Yeah.
could possibly hold back on this any longer.
So, all right, so you were frozen. Vera, you said you're pulling your spear?
Yeah, I'm grabbing it. I'm going to a position to throw it.
Okay, you will also freeze in place.
What will?
Anyone else?
Petravian would have stood up, only had his hammer to his side, but had his hand in front of Marcus, just in a protective stance.
Okay, then you're not frozen.
Riz
What about
just
Riz?
instinctively went to Kurla's side pretty much after being frozen.
Okay, are you doing anything threatening?
Not yet.
Okay, then you're just gonna stand there. You're
Well-
also not frozen.
They touched Kurla's because they're trying to make sure that they're not injured at this point.
Yeah, they're just sort of floating in midair.
Kurla.
Like they look like they were starting to leap forward and they just stop. So yeah, it's kind of an odd sensation to touch someone who's frozen in time. But yeah.
Is it?
What?
For Riz? Is it really?
Oh, I mean maybe not for Riz. I don't know. How often does Riz freeze people in time?
Well, they do reverse it enough.
So yeah, there's that. And Lovette, What are you doing?
Lovette gets up from her chair once, like, all of this like, to try and stop everybody, and then they freeze in time. And she's just looking around really nervously.
You're like right next to just like this, probably chairs fallen backwards with hand on table and the spear like just above the shoulder.
Yeah.
Worry not, Lovette. Your friends, they're unharmed.
Okay. Please don't help them.
I have no intention of harming them.
Okay.
Though it appears they have intention of harming me.
Yeah. I'll talk them out with that in my owl.
It's quite all right. Is there anything else you would like to discuss? Or do you understand the terms of the agreement?
I think I understand the terms. I'm imagining it's something similar to my mother's agreement.
She would be returned to how she should be, and you would become as you should be.
Lovette.
Lovette, that's a very vague statement. That's a very vague statement.
That's what you're worried about?
Would you like specifics?
Yeah, shoot, go for it.
Very well.
Shoot, go for it.
Your mother would be returned to her original form. She would no longer be cursed as she is. She would be able to feel joy again, and all previous crimes against our people would be forgiven, and she would be allowed to live here or on the surface with no further interruption from me. You would become, well, you would become the newest priestess of the order. You would take your vows, and you would do your best to spread the faith, either here in Mythalian or on the surface.
Okay.
You would be given blessings and powers befitting your station.
I would be allowed to return to the surface?
Of course. I do not tell my priestesses what they can and cannot do, only that they must make an effort to spread the faith.
And what vows?
Your mother abandoned that, and that is why she had to be punished.
What kind of vows would I be making?
Ones where you swear to follow the faith and spread it to those that are willing to listen, to act in your own best interest, to amass power and wealth.
Okay. I'm going to talk with everyone about it, calm them down.
Very good. If you require me before the hour is up, simply say my name.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
You too.
The voice will fade from Cammie's mouth, and she'll just give you a smile after the voice fades. See? It wasn't that hard, was it? Now, all of your friends can have the room. Sasha, come with me. Sasha will stand up, and the two of them will leave the room, and all at once, time will unfreeze for those that are frozen.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch.
And it's just the lot of you in the room together.
I imagine I probably recognized too late for Vera to just throw the spear at nothing.
Yeah. It throws just right where she
right
was.
Into the
like,
chair.
I registered that she's gonna throw right as she's about to.
Oh, wait, no.
My 4 was to catch Kurla properly.
Yeah, Riz, you don't successfully catch Kurla, and Kurla just drops onto the floor. Or drops onto the table, rather.
Oh, I thought that they would have dropped onto me, because I tried to get under.
Oh, you got under them? Then yeah.
Yeah, just...
Alright, that is a 20.
Nice!
Yep. Unnatural. But yeah, you throw your spear, and it sticks into the chair.
Yeah!
Meanwhile, Kurla is screaming and thrashing and writhing and just like a wild animal.
I'm right under you, Kurla!
Where the hell is she?
Everyone,
She left!
I need to think.
Lovette, you're not actually going to.
To what?
But if I don't...
Did they still hear stuff, even though they were frozen in time? I just wanted to check.
Time stop for them. They don't know.
Okay. Lovette?
But my mother...
Would never want you to take that deal, and you know it.
What did it offer you?
The world, essentially.
I don't want to. I don't think they'll let us just go, though. I think that's the only safe option.
There is no safe option where that thing is concerned. Do you understand?
Always a choice.
No, there is an option. I think I thought of a plan. Well, if they will get rid of the curse on my mother,
You do not make deals with that thing.
But the thing is that even if I work with it...
My God, are you so fucking naive that you think that you can exercise the littlest, tiniest bit of power?
No.
You think that it won't fuck you over at the first opportunity?
Well...
Are you that fucking blind?
I was going to tell that if that came to that and there was a conflict of interests, I don't really think I could fight you all.
You would be better off dead than working with or for or on behalf or kneeling to that thing.
I agree.
And your mother?
I don't...
By the sound of it, she got off easy.
I don't know. She seemed so hopeful when she thought of you. I don't know what this pain is that it speaks of. I don't understand exactly about your past, Lovette, but I will just restate it. Do what you want in life. I have opinions.
You cannot sell yourself to it. There is no cost worth it. There is nothing worth being enslaved by that thing.
I don't want to mitigate your pain, Kurla. I don't really know what you're going through, and I believe you.
Rez, make her understand.
Kurla, this isn't my story to tell.
God.
Do you want me to tell it? You have to give me permission. I cannot say it otherwise. I promised you. I told you I would not say a word to them.
God. It's too much.
That thing cursed Kurla, okay? I won't go into the nitty-gritty, but it ruined Kurla's life.
Yes, I know. I can see that.
And you want to spread that?
No, I wouldn't make it that far.
What do you mean?
I just mean have it and heal with me.
You would just stay here? You're not coming with us?
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
What about your mother?
That's who I was trying to think of everything I have done. I don't know what the wrong choice is anymore.
What stops it from just going back on its word?
Nothing.
It's just like everyone else here. Everything here, just like any spider, is here to butcher and to kill or to eat.
Kurla's gonna look to Vera with just pleading in their eyes. Now you understand. Now you understand why I hate the gods. Or rather, now you understand why I hate that one. More than any, now that I know that was the one. You see, don't you? Tell me that you see what it is.
Of course I see, Kurla. I've been here, haven't I? We've all seen what they do here. You can't go with this, Lovette.
Do what you think is right. I do not waver intentions. Just from a cursed being, do what you must.
I'd like to cast Sending real quick. I'm going to type out the message really fast.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Kurla's just gonna collapse against Riz.
Yeah,
just
Riz is holding Kurla.
These silent, dry, heaving sobs.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix this.
We leave.
Let's just teleport. Let's just go. Can we go?
We have to run. There's nowhere we can run where that thing won't find us and keep its hooks in us, but we have to run.
Alright, so 25 words is suddenly not a whole lot.
Never was.
I'm gonna cast cast Sending and send a message to Soul.
Oh, shit. Wow. Okay.
Alright.
I knew you were going to do that, but okay. Go for it, buddy.
Alright.
Turns out you were wrong. I actually am royalty. I might not have much longer, so I just wanted to say that I miss you.
Is that it?
That's all I've got words for. Certainly not as eloquent as I'd like it to be, but...
Where are you? Why are you dying? Do you need me to send Alec? What's happening? And that's it.
Okay, fuck it, I've got slots for one more.
I don't think there's time. I'm probably going to upset some scary people. Sorry for the drama. Just live well and don't lose yourself.
Never did. Don't die on me yet. I still want to come home eventually, idiot. And that's it.
Babaka.
But
All right, well, if I don't see you again, take care of Archie.
I just look at a spear in my hand.
And I'm just gonna kind of quietly, while I walk away, wind up the music box that Karis gave to me. Just listen to that.
Lovette.
Yeah, if we just leave, they're going to chase us. Gonna give you the best chance I can to get out of here, I guess.
You are our best chance. I don't know if you know that.
What do we do?
They can't kill you because they need you.
I
Be smart.
I don't know if I tell them no.
Don't tell them anything. Just get us out of here. We got what we came for.
Guess you're right. I did too. I'm going to have to hand it off, but that's, I guess, fine. Let's go.
Petravian is going to pick up Marcus and have him curl up onto Petravian, have the legs wrap around him, and hold a kid.
Yeah. Well, I feel real dumb for those messages I sent now because I do realize that this is probably the better plan. Well, good thing I used 2 slots for my teleport level, right? Sending messages back and forth.
No.
That's fine. I still have 3 more.
Sending and teleport to the same spell level.
Yeah, they are the same spell level. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yup.
I mean, if I needed all 5 to get the fuck out of here, then we're probably more up shit creek than we're aware of. I'm just double checking that I can take everyone with. I believe so at this level.
Well, Marcus is technically.
Just wear him as a backpack, Petravian. It'll
Yep.
be fine.
Yep. He's I hate
He's not
saying
a real
this.
person. It's fine.
He's not a. I can't even say it. Huh.
Are we gonna run into issues teleporting out when the city walls are enchanted as they are?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the issue. Like, I'm like, do we just run and teleport as soon as we're outside of the city? Because that's what we need to do, because there's a giant fucking spider in the city! Sorry.
But there was also a barrier around this house, if you
There was?
recall. Remember, there was that resistance trying to go through it.
Was there?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And on the
Now
other
that you
side, it
mention
smelled
it.
like sweet flowers. Yep.
Really?
Oh my god.
I only heard it smells like sweet flowers. It's like, that's upsetting.
I don't know if that's to keep out the stink or to keep in the nice smell.
Or to other things.
Or for other things.
Prevent us from teleporting out.
Was there resistance going in?
Yes.
A
There was,
little.
there was actually
Yeah, you had to
physical
push
resistance.
against it a little bit to get in. Yeah.
Could always try it. See what happens.
We could. I could also attempt to do a get out of jail free card with all of my fate points.
Oh, shit.
Hold it for
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Well, so should we try the teleport first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And if that does not work, I would be interested in running, potentially trying to get to the Bazaar. But
We're SOL right now.
Belly of the beast.
I say just teleport us to Vacha or something.
yeah.
Yeah, just straight up.
I was wondering if there's anywhere I'm more familiar with that's in range, but yeah, alright. I'll just teleport us back to the mouth of the cave.
Are we gonna die if we try and teleport through wards or whatever's going on?
That's a good question. I would imagine not, if only because that would be a shitty TPK.
I don't.
Players have died from worse.
I don't want to make
I'm
assumptions.
sure
characters-
as a homebrew campaign with a spell we use, if you're like, if they use this spell that they often use, then they all die, campaign over. I would be like,
They all die, campaign done. End of game.
okay, so I guess I'll bring everyone over to the pad and try to cast the spell.
Save point?
You know what? That's not a bad place to.
Denied.
Okay.
I step on the teleport plate.
I step on with Marcus.
I step on bringing Kurla with.
Well, Kurla's in absolutely no position to put up much of a fight.
Alright, let's try it.
They're
Alright.
barely clinging to consciousness.
Okay, Lovette, what is the destination?
It is to like any place in Batra that we've seen.
Any place in Vacha you've seen. Okay.
Yeah, just we'd go exactly to where we teleported last time, I think is the goal.
Yeah.
Alright. You get up on the teleport plate, you cast the spell, and we fade to black.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes, and as always, Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND, or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.